This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Snap is low, he picks it up, goes back to throw, in trouble to the left, looks to the right, looks to throw it downfield, and does! It's complete to Brandon Nagel at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy! Sent in by Wilcox, kicked away by Valley Regional, picked back up by Tracy, sent back in, knocked in, a goal for Woodstock Academy is the answer.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director Mark Allard and color commentator extraordinaire Craig Smith.
And good afternoon and welcome to Woodstock Academy Senior Day here at the Bentley Athletic Complex as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs take on the Fitch Falcons on a beautiful day for football. Senior Day means big times, and we're going to turn it right over to our PA announcer here at Woodstock Academy, Colin Singleton, and our Senior Day festivities.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bentley Sports Complex for today's football game featuring Fitch High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. This is a CIAC-sanctioned event and will be played according to Connecticut High School and NFHS football rules. The CIAC and Woodstock Academy are committed to the principles of good sportsmanship. We believe all student athletes, coaches, and spectators should strive to represent themselves and their school with the very best spirit and tradition of high school athletics. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. We thank you for your cooperation, and we thank you for helping to create a positive high school athletic environment. Today marks Senior Day for the football team. At this time, we'll be recognizing the seniors from both Fitch and Woodstock Academy. First, from Fitch, Jadiel Torres. Charles Cabuso. Kevin Sainville Ravix. Malachi Maddox. Nazir Matthews. Skylar Nolan. And Pedro Torres. We would like to thank the Fitch football players for always providing us with competitive, hard-fought, and fair games over the years. Best of luck to the 7 seniors the rest of this year and for years to come. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. And now for your Woodstock Academy seniors. Up first from the cheer team, Samantha Richmond. Samantha is being escorted tonight by her mother, Michelle Richmond. Samantha has done cheer at the Academy for 3 years, lettering all 3 years. Samantha also helps with the unified cheer team. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock Academy was the Montville football game. Samantha Richmond. Up next, we have Amelia Babbitt. Amelia is escorted by her mother, Denise Babbitt, and her father, Stephen Babbitt. Amelia has done cheer at the Academy for 2 years, lettering both years. Amelia also helps with the unified cheer team. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock Academy was competing at states. Next year, Amelia plans to attend Nichols College, where she will major in real estate management and business. She plans to continue with cheer in college. Amelia Babbitt. Up next, we have Celeste Robbins. Celeste is escorted by her father, Frank Robbins, and her mother, Christine Robbins. Celeste has done cheer at the Academy for 3 years, lettering all 3 years. Celeste is also a member of Ocean Bowl and the golf team. Celeste's favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was when she got the ECC Sportsmanship Award last year for cheer. Next year, Celeste plans to study cybersecurity at college. Celeste Robbins. Your Woodstock Academy cheer seniors. Up first for the football team, senior Jackson Gallagher. Jackson is escorted by his mother, Michelle Gallagher, and his father, Billy Gallagher. Jackson has played football for just this year at the Academy, lettering this one time. Jackson is also a member of the basketball team, baseball team, National Honor Society, B Club, and Spanish Honor Society. Jackson's favorite sports memory at Woodstock Academy was the summer training and the friendships he created along the way. Next year, Jackson plans to go to college and study engineering. Jackson Gallagher. Up next, Carter Morissette. Carter's escorted by his father, Jeff Morissette, and his mother, Kara Morissette. Carter has played football just this year at the Academy, lettering this one time. He is also a member of the baseball team, basketball team, National Honor Society, B Club, Spanish, and Social Studies Honor Societies. Carter's favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was scoring his first touchdown. Next year, Carter plans to go to college where he will major in data science. Carter Morissette. Up next, we have Trevor Savoy. Trevor is escorted tonight by his mom, Wendy Roy, and his dad, David Savoy. Trevor has played football for all 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. Trevor's favorite memory at Woodstock Academy was winning the ECC title game last year. Next year, Trevor plans to attend college where he is undecided as to what he will major in. Trevor Savoy. Up next, we have Brandon Nagel. Brandon is escorted tonight by his father, Freddie Nagel, and his mom, Carrie Nagel. Brandon has played football for just this year at the Academy, where he lettered. He is also a member of the basketball team and German Honor Society. Brandon's favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock Academy was the Waterford basketball game last year. Next year, Brandon plans to attend college, where he will major in finance. Brandon Nagel. Up next, we have Evan Roy. Evan is escorted tonight by his father, John Roy, his mother, Melissa Roy, and his brother, Ezra Roy. Evan has played football all 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering every single year. He is also a member of the lacrosse team. Evan's favorite sports memory at Woodstock was winning the ECC championship last year against Ledyard. Next year, Evan plans to attend college for business, and he plans on continuing to play football. Evan Roy. Up next, we have Will Basilier. Will is escorted tonight by his aunt, Delia Plumley, his dad, John Basilier, and Tiffany Cabral. Will has played football for 4 years at the Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. He is also a member of the lacrosse team. Will's favorite memory at Woodstock was football his freshman year. Next year, Will plans to attend the University of Montana, and he will study pre-law. Will Basilier. Up next, we have Carter Saracena. Carter's escorted tonight by Robert Saracena and Amy and Mark Dexter. Carter has played football for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. His favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was winning the ECC championship game last year. Next year, Carter plans on attending college in Florida. Carter Saracena. Up next, we have Ethan Brierly. Ethan is escorted tonight by his father, Alan Brierly, and his mother, Tammy Brierly. Ethan has played football at the academy for 3 years, lettering in 2 of those years. Ethan's favorite memory at the academy was playing football with his friends. Next year, Ethan plans to forego college and join the workforce. Ethan Brierly. Up next, we have Austin Amlaw. Austin is escorted tonight by his mother, Melissa Barnes, his father, Nick Amlaw, and his stepfather, Keith Barnes. Austin has played football for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. His favorite sports memory at Woodstock was winning the ECC championship football game last year. Austin is unsure what he wants to do next year, but he plans on attending college. Austin Amlaw. Up next, we have Joshua Hernandez. Josh is escorted tonight by his mom, Candy Hernandez, and his sister, Anna Hernandez. Josh has played football for 3 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in all 3 years. His favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was winning the ECC championship game last year. Josh has yet to decide what he plans to do in the future. Joshua Hernandez. Up next, we have Cashel Knoll. Cashel is escorted tonight by his mother, Jennifer Corey, and his father, Michael Knoll. Cashel has played football at the academy for 4 years, lettering in 3 of those years. His favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was winning the ECC championship game last year. Next year, Cashel plans to join the United States Marine Corps. Cashel Knoll. Up next, we have Zach Arsenault. Zach is escorted today by his father, Chad Arsenault, and his mother, Sarah Arsenault. Zach has played football for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. Zach's favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was winning the ECC Division II championship last year. Next year, Zach plans to enlist in the Marines. Zach Arsenault. Up next, we have Marcus McGregor. Marcus is escorted tonight by his dorm parents, Chris and Jen Green. Marcus has played football for 2 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in both years. His favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was when he got a pick 6. Next year, Marcus plans to study business at college. Marcus McGregor. Up next, we have Jared Eaton. Jared is escorted tonight by his parents, David and Amy Eaton. Jared has played football for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. He is also a member of the track and field team. Jared's favorite sports memory at Woodstock Academy was winning the ECC championship game last year. Next year, Jared plans to go to college where he will become a physician's assistant. Jared Eaton. Up next, we have Trevor Costa. Trevor is escorted by his father, Eric Costa, his mother, Melissa Costa, and his sister, Leah Costa. Trevor has played football for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering all 4 years. His favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was the summer training. Next year, Trevor plans to attend college and where he will study management. Trevor Costa. Up next, we have Evan LaBounty. Evan is escorted tonight by his mother, Donna Lasick, and his father, Drew Lasick. Evan has played football for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. Evan is also a member of the B Club and the Yearbook Club. His favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was the scrimmages during the COVID year. Next year, Evan plans to join the Air Force Reserves while he attends college. Evan LaBounty. And last, we have Braden Saucier. Braden is escorted tonight by his father, Sean Saucier, his mother, Bobby Jo Saucier, and his sister, Kaylee Saucier. Braden has played football for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in 3 of those years. Braden is also a member of the basketball team, B Club, the Spanish, English, Math, and Athletic Honor Societies. Braden's favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock was going into the North Gym and seeing the school's first ever football championship banner. Next year, Braden plans to study business at a college still undecided. Braden Saucier. We would like to take a moment to thank the seniors for their dedication to the sport of football. Your hard work and dedication over the years has been appreciated, and the team play you have displayed has taught us the important lessons that can be learned from participating in team sports. You have made us proud, and you have made Woodstock Academy a better place. We wish you the best in your future endeavors.
And there you have it, our Senior Day festivities here at Woodstock Academy at the Bentley Athletic Complex as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs now line up for a group picture, if you will, right down below us. The Centaurs, of course, getting ready to take on the Falcons. Woodstock Academy coming in with a record of 3-3. The Fitch Falcons coming in at 4-3. Always a special day when it comes to Senior Day.
Absolutely, and a lot of credit goes to Fitch. They came out to the 40-yard line and clapped as a team for Woodstock Academy seniors, but especially for Braden Saucier.
No question about that. Mike Ellis has always been a very, let's put it this way, great person to work with.
Yep.
When he was at Waterford High School and again here at Fitch as a head coach of the football team. One of my favorite guys, to be honest, out there on the football field. So Mike kind of showed it, but let me just say, obviously, so did a lot of people in the stands today when Braden was introduced, including Greg Smith, got up on their feet and a standing O for Braden Saucier. Indeed, we're just so happy to see him out here and ready to roll. We're going to take a very short break, back with the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Sean Saucier, in our pregame right now.
Luce Center for the Arts at the Woodstock Academy and Performing Arts of Northeast Connecticut proudly present Ocean State Pops Orchestra's 2022 Holiday Pops Concert. Coming to Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd, we invite you and your whole family to celebrate the holiday season with Rhode Island's finest 60-piece ensemble and special guest openers, the Hill Singers. Bar on site, advanced tickets just $27 on theluce.org or charge by phone at 860-963-6789.
Welcome back to the Bentley Athletic Complex. Feels like September, but no, we're in November. It's November 5th. It is Senior Day. The head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Sean Saucier, with us. And Sean, Senior Day always brings its own share of challenges, if you know what I'm saying, but you got to love it.
I do. We had a meeting with the kids before we came down. I give the seniors an opportunity to share what they want to share about their experience, whatever it is, the game today, their teammates, their 4 years, our program. So that's always really special to be part of. And, heard some great stuff in there. So that's, you got some distractions, but it's good distractions.
Well, you had what, 20 last year, 16 this year?
19 and 17,
19
I think.
Okay, some numbers like that.
Yeah. So the two big classes, two great classes. This senior class was a huge part of what we were able to accomplish last year. So they're weathered, they're experienced, and we'll miss them.
You're going to miss them, no question. Now, speaking of weathered and injuries and illness, I see most numbers out here.
Every number's out here for the most part. One ankle's still not ready, but in terms of the illness, we still got some lingering stuff. But everybody's here. And everybody is in decent shape, so it's really nice. It makes you feel good about going into a game.
And you're facing a game today which might be in the mid-70s. Yes, there's going to be a big breeze, but when you look on the other side of the field, that's not a big roster.
Yep.
Will that temp actually help you guys?
I hope so, because we conditioned really well. One of the things I took away from last week is I didn't think we were conditioned enough. We seemed tired earlier in the game than I would have liked, so we spent a lot of time this week doing some extra conditioning, so I'd like to see that pay off today. And having these kids back from illness gives us more depth.
No question about that. And last week, of course, the running back rush for 240 yards against you. O'Brien, Fitch is going to run the football out of that double wing.
Yeah, it's very different. The last week was spread to run. This week is, line up to run. And in some ways, I think we match up better. It's assignment football. We similar to how we dealt with Ledger last year. So I almost feel better about it this week, because you got that big kid last week, and they spread you out, and then they had a big line too. So this week we're all a little compacted a little bit more, which I hope works to our advantage.
And we may be a little bigger, as the saying goes.
Yeah.
Fitch may be a little quicker, but we may be a little bigger.
Yeah, especially having Trevor back from illness on the line. I think so. I think size-wise we match up fine. Speed-wise we got to see. And then, playing Fitch isn't for the weak-hearted, so you got to show up and be tough.
No question about that. Focal point is rushing at all a concern right now, getting that running game going.
Yeah, I think so. I think we put in a couple twists this week to get some different guys the ball, a couple different formations. So, yeah, absolutely. We want to be able to get first downs, keeping the ball on the ground when we need to.
And I guess for you as a father, not only are you here as a coach for Senior Day, but your son is here, Braden, of course, on the sidelines now anyway. Is it special from a different point of view for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different than what we expected, but focusing on the opportunity to walk out with my son, obviously that was almost taken away. So, to be able to walk him out on this field today is very special.
Sean Saucier, the head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, emotional there at the end, no question. And really, that's from a father's viewpoint.
Well, he's got 50 sons out there, not
yes,
just number 10.
He does.
But he's got a lot of other sons out there.
That he does. By the way, you may have seen, of course, on the screen that Fitch did indeed win the toss. They deferred to the second half. Woodstock Academy's offense will be the first one out on the field on this Saturday. Starting it at around 1 o'clock. Temperature right around what, Mr. Smith?
71.
71, is that all?
Yep.
It's nice.
Beautiful day.
It's a nice September 5th,
yes,
right
sir.
here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. And while we're waiting for the start of this one, here is our national anthem at the Bentley Athletic Complex. Our national anthem here at the Bentley Athletic Complex as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs and Fitch Falcons are ready to go. And I'll ask you, Mr. Smith, are you ready for some football?
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it underway. The last real home game of the season for Woodstock Academy. Thanksgiving is home, but it's on the road.
Sort of. It's home, but it's in another state.
It's in another state as well. You're right. Of course, as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs will play Killingly on Thanksgiving morning at Nichols College in Dudley, Massachusetts. So we look forward to be bringing you that one as well. But for now, we have the Fitch Falcons in town, and we're set to go for some football. Woodstock Academy coming out in their navy blue and gold uniforms. The
Greatest
Fitch,
color combination there is.
there it is. The Fitch Falcons coming out in the white uniforms with the red trim and the black trim as well.
Yeah, terrible.
What did you call their helmets?
1968 Atlanta Falcons.
So that's a possibility, the 1968 Atlanta Falcons, helmets inclusive. We will tell you, of course, once in a while our camera likes to do a refresh about every 15 minutes or so. It goes down for like 20 or 30 seconds. We'll stay with you. We'll give you complete play-by-play. Camera will come back up very shortly. Ben Perry is set to kick it off for the Fitch Falcons. Perry, a junior for Fitch. Again, not a very large team either in number or in size. Back deep to receive for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs is Austin Amlaw at the 20. It's a little pooch kick more or less. Picked up right by Trevor Savoy. Actually fell down about a yard from where he originally took it. First down and 10, 35-yard line for Woodstock Academy.
Smart job by Savoy. Taking that. He had to move his feet to get it over his shoulder. He wasn't squared up to the defense that was coming down on him, so he did the right thing by just getting down and letting the offense have their chance.
Connor Elliott gave me a whole list of people who are going to play offense, and he said, you're going to have to figure out where they are. And I went, okay, that sounds like fun. Teddy Richardson, generally the quarterback. Carter Morissette or Seamus McDermott, generally the H-back.
Yeah, well, now you've
Jacob Lezot right now in shotgun, so Richardson's out to the right side.
McDermott.
Is that McDermott? Okay, sorry. And that's number 8. Now we have a shift, and now Richardson comes over, and we put Saracena into the Wildcat. Okay, we're going to move Richardson across, and Saracena going the other way gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two before he is taken down. Interesting. Well, they said they were going to move some personnel around and try some different plays to get this running game going, and we got Saracena's down on the sideline with the football. He got hit a couple of times down on that sideline.
Whipped around by the defense. He looks like he's all right, maybe just the wind.
Yep. Tyler McCarthy quickly out there, but he'll trot off under his own power.
Well, the Fitch trainer was on him before Woodstock's trainers got there.
So mark it right at the 39-yard line.
Gain of about 4.
Yep. 2nd down and 6 for the Centaurs after the run by Saracena. And it will be Richardson back in his normal spot at quarterback. And he's got 3 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. And now Amlaw is going to come back in front of him, or at least inside of him. They hand the ball to Amlaw. He's up to the 40-yard line, maybe the 43, 45. Could be a first down if they mark it there, and they will, 46.
I tell you what, Mark, 2 running plays, and Woodstock gets a first down. That's got to make Coach very happy.
That means good things because it's been one thing that has been, certainly not been, shall we say, where they want it to be.
Right.
Because the rushing game has been very, very meek and meager. But that time, 7 yards for Amlaw, 1st down and 10. Woodstock Academy. Richardson back in that shotgun. Right
Blitz.
behind my
All-out
thickest
blitz coming.
Amlaw. They do show blitz. It was Savoy in the backfield. They get it out to Theriak, 45-50. Inside the 50, down to the 47-yard line. A quick out. That's the other thing. Get the pressure off of Richardson by getting the passes out quickly.
Well, if you can run, it opens up your passing game. If the defense knows that all you can do is throw the ball, they're going to come for Richardson. And that's what we saw the last few weeks, the last few times we've seen this team play.
7-yard gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 3 after that quick out to Lucas Theriak. Theriak's 17th catch of the season. He's got 174 yards in receptions and a couple of TDs. Here's Saracena going to the outside. That was a pitch, am I correct, or was it a toss?
It was back.
Okay, so it's a run.
It's a run.
It's a run for Saracena. I was looking down at some numbers, and I looked up, and Saracena was taking off. So it is a rush. If
that hadn't been completed, it would have been a live ball because Richardson threw it backwards.
So it's a lateral. A gain of 6 on the play to the 41-yard line and a 1st down for Saracena and the Centaurs. Richardson gives the football this time to Savoy. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's down to the 15, the 10.
That should be a horse collar.
Stopped at the 10, but make it the 11-yard line. He was taken down by the Falcons. Raheem Carter came up and made what was a touchdown-saving tackle.
And that was a beautiful trap. I think it was Arsenault that kicked out the defensive end on that one.
36-yard carry for Savoy, and a 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Marcus McGregor, the center. Travis Costa, Kenny Brown, the guards. Jared Eaton, Evan LaBounty, the tackles. In motion, Saracena. He gets the football and immediately goes down. And nope, he didn't get the football.
Richardson
has it. Everybody was looking at Saracena. I was looking at Saracena. Richardson took the football and down to about the 3. Wow, that was a nice fake.
That was a nice fake. Had you faked,
I thought
and that doesn't happen often.
No, I thought Saracena had it. I really did.
And then Saracena would have gotten tackled for a 3-yard loss.
So it was an 8-yard. Instead, it is a
8-yard gain.
8-yard gain, correct.
They can get a 1st down.
They can at the 1-yard line. Richardson keeps the football this time. Richardson off to the left side after the fake handoff. Touchdown! Woodstock Academy. Just waiting for the signal, and they got the touchdown home on a Richardson run. 3-yard carry for Richardson for the touchdown, and a 6-0 lead.
That was McDermott.
Was it
Mark?
McDermott?
Yep.
They've been moving things around. 1 and 8 also look good.
Right.
Tough from the sideline. You were fooled on as much as I was
Absolutely.
on that one. So
it
was
was
8
McDermott.
on the Wildcat. A lot of bodies being utilized right now in different ways. The Centaurs doing everything they can.
Well, they just want to make sure that they have the offensive line doing exactly what needs to be done.
So here's the kick by Henry Watton. We can tell number 3 at least. And the boot is up and good. 9:36 left to go in the opening quarter. 7-0. Woodstock Academy over Fitch.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years. And we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about
back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free. Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Be ready, Mark.
And why is that?
Because we know that Coach Saucier likes to onside kick.
Yes, we do. And after everything that we happened in the first series of downs, with all the different people doing different things, we can expect anything, I think, today. Here's the kickoff by McDermott, a low runner. The Fitch Falcons bobble it at first, picked up at the 30. And coming over is T.J. Miller from about the 35, goes and reverses field the other way, maybe taken down, and finally taken down. I think he lost about 7 yards.
Yeah.
He was up to about the 35, and he got put down at the 30.
And because he fought for those yards, it gets moved back to the 30.
Yeah.
Seamus McDermott on the tackle. Gotta love when your kicker is also able to
they're going to say forward progress, however, is 33-yard line. Yeah, they gave him forward progress to the 33. Ben Perry is your quarterback today.
Double wing.
Kevin Saintville is the fullback. McCoy and Adonis Fine. Calvin McCoy, Adonis Fine generally, but there's going to be a lot of switching there as well. They hand off. This is Saintville in the backfield, and Saintville gets wrapped up quickly. Marcus McGregor immediately hits Saintville right at about after maybe a yard gain to the 34-yard line.
And you have to account for Marcus McGregor, one of the best athletes on this Woodstock roster. First game he ever played in football, ever, his entire life, he scored a touchdown.
Yes, he did. Dylan Beebe, the center. Skylar Nolan, Gianni Drive, the guards. Brandon Wilson and Pedro Torres, the tackles for Fitch. Handoff again up the middle for Saintville. Wrapped up quickly and taken down backwards. They're going to have to see where they give him forward progress here. He was taken down back at the 30, but he got up close to the line of scrimmage.
And that was Evan Roy on the tackle, and there's another one. If you're able to get rid of Marcus McGregor, find number 13.
Gave him no gain on the play. It will be 3rd down and 9. It's Evan Roy and Trevor Costa, the tackles. Jared Eaton, Marcus McGregor, the ends. Carter Morissette, Seamus McDermott, Jacob Lezot, Sam Clark, your linebackers. Carter Saracena, Lucas Theriak, your corners. Austin Amlaw, your safety. Pitchback. This one coming around as number 12, Adonis Fine. He's going to get a first down and more. Sweeping over to the left side, he got the first down.
And that's the danger of Fitch, Mark.
Yeah.
They're so quick. You hold them first down, hold them second down, and then look at what happens on 3rd and 9.
A lot. About 21 yards
right.
of a lot. Up to the 45-yard line of Woodstock Academy and a first down for Fitch. After that game by Adonis Fine, just a junior for the Falcons. Calvin McCoy comes out to the right side now as one of the receivers. Saintville remains the sole setback. In motion, coming across, they go back to throw. Here is Perry rolling it out to the right, throws it downfield, intercepted at the 35 to the 40, up to about the 43-yard line is Austin Amlaw.
And Mark, I thought Woodstock Academy jumped, but I didn't see it. I don't see any laundry on the field. Amlaw just moved in front of the Fitch receiver and read that perfectly.
Interception for Austin Amlaw, 43-yard line, first down and 10 for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Now we'll see what they do. And I'm almost worried about what they do.
I'd like to see a healthy dose of running.
Well, I'm almost worried because we've been watching as much as we can. I'll tell you, it was hard to figure out that first series. So here we are. Richardson right now is back at quarterback. 7:45 here to go in the first quarter. Richardson looks to throw. Downfield, Saracena was open, and he just outthrew him. Saracena had 6 points.
Yes, he did.
Just overthrew him by about 5 yards. Richardson on the year, 66 for 123 now for 968 yards.
What we've seen from Woodstock is Richardson not being able to have the time to throw, to find the receivers he wants.
Yeah, Tom, that time. 10 touchdowns passing as well. Savoy gets the football. Savoy to the right side. He's up to and there's a penalty flag flying on a hold. I will agree. Back around the 42.
When you see it come in from the white hat,
you know
in
it's
the
a
back,
hold.
It's a hold.
Generally, that is the case, and it is the case this time. So they'll mark it back from there. And it will go back to about the 32, which is technically about a 11-yard penalty or so. They'll mark it right at the 32.
Second and very long.
Yes, sir. Second and 21 at the 32-yard line. So now you have back there David Bunning and Carter Saracena, both in the backfield with Richardson. Now Saracena swoops out to the right. They throw it back there again, lateral again, out to the 25, up to the 30, up to the 35, still on his feet at about the 40, knocks over the yard marker.
That's a personal foul.
Because you have a situation where he was hit out of bounds, am I correct?
Well out of bounds.
So that should be a first down. After they mark him out at are they going to mark him out? About the 47, about the 46.
Looks like 46, 47.
Yeah, 46.
And 15 on top of that.
So the penalty markers sit right back over at the 47. Dead ball, personal foul against the Falcons. First down, Woodstock Academy after they'll move that ball up. And so you give them the run of 14 yards.
And that's a huge a momentum boost to Woodstock.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you have second and 21, and now first and 10 on Fitch's side of the field.
39-yard line of Fitch after the personal foul. This is a snap going to straight back it was. I think Richardson still has it and does and has no choice but to dive forward and salvage whatever he could. The snap
Busted play.
Yeah, it almost went through his hands.
Yeah. Busted play. He was looking for a handoff, and it didn't come.
A gain of 1 to the at least you get a gain of 1 out of it, right?
Right. Good
zero.
job by Richardson getting back to the line of scrimmage and getting something positive.
9 yards for Richardson so far today. Gives him 267 on the year in 44 carries. He's got 4 touchdowns. Richardson has Savoy behind him. They move Saracena in motion toward Richardson again. And then Richardson, a little dish to Saracena.
That's a pass.
Yes, it is. 35 inside the 35. Little shovel pass inside. Got it down to the 32-yard line. So Saracena doing it both on the ground and, well, kind of in the air. At the 31-yard line, it's a gain of 7.
Because Richardson threw that forward, it's technically a pass.
Yes, it is.
So Woodstock's been doing a lot of technical offensive plays.
Offense and figuring out the numbers. That's another thing. Richardson and McDermott are now in the backfield. Now Richardson's going to go out to the right. Lisa is the H-back. Saracena is a slot receiver, almost a wing back. And with it is McDermott on the Wildcat move.
Hard.
And he's going to be in trouble. Yeah, McDermott was stutter-stepping his way into the line. And that doesn't get you a lot of yardage generally.
4th and 2.
Yep, right at the 31-yard line. No gain on the play. And he had to get to the 29. That defense for Fitch. Gianni Drab, Dylan Beebe, and Thomas Fraser in the middle. Skylar Nolan, William View, Pedro Torres, and Calvin McCoy. Generally your linebackers. Did they jump? Did they jump?
They jumped.
A flag on the side should be a first down for the Centaurs. Encroachment on Fitch.
And that's another Sean Saucier piece of work right there. He's always been able to get that 5 when he needs them.
TJ Miller, Raheem Carter, Johnny Sosa, Adonis Fine are your defensive backs for the Falcons. 4-3 coming into the season, or coming into the game. 3-3 for the Centaurs. They have 4 games in 4 weeks. It's going to be a tough road to hoe in this final stretch. Here's the handoff to Savoy. Savoy straight into the line and not going to get a lot on that one. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The traditional run plays don't work as well for them.
No.
The other stuff has been working very well. Give them a gain of 1 on the carry. They'll mark it at the 25. for Savoy. But still, 2 carries, 37 yards. I take those averages all the time.
Absolutely.
Bunting
35-yard run is a wonderful thing.
It's actually Amlaw in the backfield. Richardson rolls out to the left, overthrows Theriak just a little over the top of his outstretched hands. Not that he was going to get a lot out of it anyway.
Because Richardson's a left-hander. He likes rolling to his left.
That'd be correct.
It gives him a little extra time to read the defense and see what's in front of him.
3rd down and 9 from the 25-yard line for Woodstock Academy. Amlaw remains in the backfield along with Richardson. You can hear the wind in our microphones.
And this is definitely 4-down territory. Even if you're
without
closer,
a doubt.
Even if you're closer, a field goal, the wind is coming from the west.
Richardson back to throw, tries to launch and does, and he just threw it over the middle. Saracena kind of held up his route a little bit. Richardson was throwing ahead of him and just could not get it there. This is interesting because right now the passing game is not as effective as the running game. And it's usually the opposite.
Correct.
For the Centaurs. 2 for 5 right now for Richardson for 14 yards. So Richardson coming back in the shotgun. Empty backfield behind him. Amlaw, Saracena out to the left, 3 to the right, and we may have a timeout. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Fitch does call a timeout. We're going to keep it here for the time being. 4:51 to go here in the first quarter. The wind is supposed to gust to about 25 miles an hour. Now, that may not be big in most cases in football, but it can play a factor.
Absolutely. If, let's say, Woodstock scores here and Fitch has to start throwing, it can have an impact. Field goal game, the kicking game. The kicking game is a third of all football. So you've got to be able to punt the ball well, to kick the ball off well, and both directions. It's going to be difficult today.
And you'd have to think that if Woodstock Academy can get Fitch to start throwing, Sean Saucier is going to be extremely happy. So is Jesse Busquet, because this is a double wing team that likes to go well and really thrive off the ground game.
Now, Perry has a nice arm. We're watching him in pre-games. He's got a very nice arm, and he's got some talented receivers. But they want to run the ball.
Yeah, and they've got to be effective in doing so to put their speed into action. So you got 4th down now and 9 from the 25-yard line. Amlaw goes in motion back towards Richardson. He'll set right to his left in that fullback position. Richardson back to throw. Richardson is going to roll it out to the right, look downfield. That little sidearm sling incomplete, looking for Brandon Nagel. And they'll turn the ball over to the Fitch Falcons.
Looking at all the blue jerseys out there, they were well covered by Fitch. Fitch did a very nice job on the coverage on that one. Richardson thought about running it, but they had a spy linebacker watching Richardson. That was well defended.
And, Drab did kind of break in a little bit, hadn't forced Amlaw to commit that kind of protection, forced Richardson to his right side. And from that point of view, not really where he wants to go. He kind of wanted to go back the other way, but Drab was not going to allow that to happen, kind of cut that off a little bit. 1st down and 10 for the Falcons. Back at their own 25-yard line. Perry in the pistol, and they hand to Saintville. Saintville right up the gut and carries it to about the 30-yard line.
Student body center.
Yeah,
that's a good way of putting it. You just power block. The center of Fitch's offensive line owned the center of Woodstock's defensive line on that play.
Gain of 5 on the carry for Saintville. Second down and 5 from the 30.
When you're playing against double wing, that's the play you have to stop. The play you have to watch out for is the counter.
Perry again in pistol with Miller in motion, and Perry runs it by himself, and Perry's going to get tossed backwards as the Centaurs coming in, making the hit. Yeah, it was Seamus McDermott. He had some help out there in the form of Kenny Brown.
Well, when you've got the defensive line that Woodstock has out there, it allows the linebackers to be free-flowing. They can take their reads and go where they see, because that defensive line doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes.
Gain of 1 to the 31-yard line, 3rd down 4 for the Falcons. And Perry back in the pistol again with that 3rd down 4 scenario. And with the football, and coming around the end is Charles Cabuso, and Cabuso is going to get taken down before the first down, before he could get to the first down marker anyway.
I see Jacob Lezot out there just ripping at the ball. The first player to him stood him up, everybody after that was just ripping at the ball. Nice job by the Fitch running back to hold on.
A gain of 3, leaving them a tantalizing 4th down and 1 at the 34-yard line. What do you do?
I kick it.
Oh, guess what? They ain't. Perry.
The feeling is you can't get a yard.
Yeah. But your own 34,
Right.
You're risking a lot. Handoff Saintville,
And
trying
he
to go
didn't get
straight
it.
ahead. I don't see a
He
lot
didn't get
there.
it.
There, see where the mark is. They're going to mark it at the 34. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Centaurs inside Fitch territory.
That was a huge defensive stand by Woodstock. Somebody get Marcus McGregor.
Yep. A little bit of
Marcus
chatting
McGregor,
going on
yeah.
out there.
It's too early in the game, Marcus. You're too valuable.
I
Don't
know.
chat.
I mean, I thought if you're going to do that play, running Saintville into the line, I don't think was the answer on that one, though.
No, because Woodstock had cut all their splits.
Yeah.
Their defensive tackles were both in A-gap, and they shot A-gap and were able to stand up anything coming.
2:42 left to go first quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Centaurs. 1st and 10. Fitch 34. 2 running backs in the backfield. Well, they were. Saracena now goes out. He gets it again. Now he can throw out of that, and he will from the 38. He throws it downfield to Nagel, complete inside the 10-yard line. Hold it. They will mark it down there at about the 6 or so.
Yeah, no laundry on the field. And that was set up, Mark. Twice they've run that play to Morissette, or excuse me, to 19 Saracena. They ran it twice, and then Saracena threw it. Beautiful. Nagel was all by himself.
26-yard pass for Saracena down to the 8-yard line. 1st down and goal for the Centaurs. First catch of the day for Brendan Nagel. And with the football is Trevor Savoy. He's not going to go far before he is stopped by number 57. That would be Pedro Torres coming up to make the hit. And it might have been a loss of a yard or so.
Savoy's got to go into that line of scrimmage harder than that.
I think that's one of the things about running that straight ahead. You just can't dance.
No,
we saw. You can't dance. You got to drive. And
we saw Seamus McDermott on the last drive. You just have to go up in that line hard.
Loss of a yard, actually, back to the 9 for the Centaurs. 2nd and goal. Richardson gives the football. Unfortunately, Austin Amlaw had a player right on his back, that being a 54 who is Skylar Nolan, back at the 13-yard line. A loss of 3 more.
Nolan blew that A-gap and caught Amlaw before he had a chance to do anything.
So back at the 12. Or is it? I'm just checking here.
Yep,
it's right about
12.
it's about
13.
the 12 or 13, somewhere in that ballpark, as the saying goes. A loss of 3 on the play for the Centaurs. It's 3rd down and goal from the 12. Richardson with Amlaw to his right. He'll go back to throw, looking to that left side, launches downfield. He's got Theriak fronting up on Theriak. No flag.
No flag.
No flag. It was close because the way they fronted up on him like that.
If
incomplete.
you're in the pros or if you're in college and you don't look back at the ball, you're going to get a flag.
On this one,
high school,
you don't
happen.
do that. But it was the question of was there any push in there
Right.
that I was looking at. But they say no touch. So instead it's 4th and goal.
We're going to kick a field goal.
Yep, Henry Watton will try the 30-yard field goal attempt. The wind is kind of mixed around. Right now it feels like it's almost coming across the field. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt.
Theriak's the holder.
Here's the boot by, and there's going to be a flag on the play on the far side. Now if it's against Fitch, do you go for it?
No, you kick the field goal.
It's going to be against Fitch. Encroachment, I think. Encroachment against Fitch. That gives them 5 yards.
And that was a dead ball.
So you're at about the 7 now.
They're kicking the field goal.
And Watton's just going to move up to the 15, making it a 25-yard field goal from there.
Oh, you got a big gap.
Yep, here's Watton's boot. It goes up, and the boot is going to be good. So with 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter, the Woodstock Academy Centaurs have taken a 10-0 lead over the Fitch Falcons.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Here's that onside kick attempt by the Centaurs, and it's going to be, I think, Fitch on the bottom of the
54.
pile. Yep. So on the bottom of that pile is Skylar Nolan once again for the Falcons.
And we've called his name quite a bit.
Yes, we have. It'd be the one name or number that's not in the program, but, that's just the way it works.
Yep.
49-yard line, first down and 10 for the Falcons.
And Cashel Noel was out there on the kickoff team. Mark, we saw him honored on Senior Day. Cashel broke his arm, had a pin placed in his arm earlier this season.
Wow.
The pin came out through his skin.
What?
He had it.
Ouch.
He went to the doctors, had it removed, and he's playing.
Okay.
That's a tough kid.
It's a tough kid, is right. Handoff straight ahead for Saintville. He fights his way for 3 yards. Not exactly the most, shall we say, imaginative offense right now for the Falcons.
No.
They'll mark it right at the 49, I think. It'll be a gain of a couple, or will they push it to the 48? They will. 3-yard gain. 3-yard to the Woodstock Academy 48-yard line for Saintville. Final 13 seconds here for the Falcons.
If you have small numbers and you don't have the size, double wing does a nice job.
That's
and
what they're
end
doing.
The quarter.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. It will end the quarter. We've played 1 quarter of football. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs enjoy a 10-0 lead over
Creating
the
art
Fitch
is a
Falcons.
different skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future-centaurs.
With you here at the Bentley Athletic Complex, gorgeous Saturday. I know where I would like to be as well. It's called this little thing with greens and everything else on it,
Crooked stick.
Yeah, no, well, kind of.
You hit a ball in a gopher hole.
Yeah, well, we could do that too.
Yeah.
It's a nice day for that, I'll tell you that. Gorgeous out
Wouldn't
here.
know.
Like I said, it feels like September 5th. Not even a jacket necessary. Second down 7, 48-yard line for the Falcons. They trail 10-0 to the Woodstock Academy Centaurs as we start the second quarter. Perry pitches the ball backwards to the 50, the 45, 40, 35. Inside the 35 is Adonis Fine for the Falcons. Down at about the 34-yard line. That's the one play that they have gotten some traction on. Let's put it that way.
Well, your defensive end has to maintain outside leverage to make sure that they don't get outside you. Nothing gets outside you. And Woodstock was not able to hold that outside leverage.
Gain of 14.
Carter Morissette is the outside linebacker on that side. He's got to turn everything back inside.
Gain of 14 for the Falcons to the 34-yard line. First down and 10 for the Falcons. Inside Woodstock Academy territory. So Saintville remains behind Perry. Out to the right went JDL Torres. The football to Saintville again, and Saintville just kind of running over people, but Austin Amlaw came back from his safety position to stop him right inside, probably about the 31 is what I'm getting from that. Gain of about 3 yards on the play for Saintville.
I said it last week, but Amlaw pound for pound is got to be the toughest kid on this team. He comes up, he makes no bones, he makes tackles.
33 tackles on the year. 3 sacks on the year as well, and an interception, his first of the year. That happened today. Soul set back behind Perry now, the 2 wings. And it will be Perry following those wings to a wide open space until it was filled up by Saracena, but then Perry was able to shrug Saracena, but not Morissette and a couple of others. And they get it down to about the 26-yard line, it looks like, right on the 26, a gain of 5 for Perry.
Good job by Morissette coming from the other side of the field to make that tackle. But what you have to do when you're playing Fitch, and this has always been the way, you have to, if you can touch him, you have to tackle
Yeah,
him.
Saracena
You don't have to
Perry.
take him down yourself,
Right.
but you have to hold him up until the cavalry gets there.
Saracena had Perry, but just couldn't put him away,
Right.
and Perry got another couple of yards before the cavalry did arrive. Perry puts Fine in motion, gives Saintville the handoff on the counter, and gets it inside to about the 25, gained about a yard, and make it 4th and 1 again.
Brownie with the tackle on that one. And that would be number 59, Kenny Brown.
So Saintville.
And they're going to try and tempo here.
Yeah, on a 4th and 1 from just outside the at the 25, I
Big
would
play.
say. Perry, they put Cabuso in motion, and they give the football
Counter.
inside to Adonis Fine, and Adonis Fine is going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Because
That's
Jared Eaton had a handle on him at the 25. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Centaurs.
Eaton, whose dad is sitting just to our left, stayed home.
Yes, he
did
did.
exactly what he was told to do. The motion was going to the right, and it came back to the left, and Eaton stayed home and made that tackle.
I think the biggest problem for the Falcons on that play was it developed too close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I mean, had Fine had a little bit more separation, he might have been
might
able
have
to get
had
to the
some room.
corner, but he couldn't find his way to the corner. It was just too close. 1st down and 10 for the Centaurs
Well,
at the
that's-
25-yard line.
That's why Coach Saucier felt that he could try that onside kick at
Absolutely.
that crucial moment that his defense would hold, and they did.
Bunning and Saracena in the backfield right now. Morissette back to his H-back spot. With the football is Bunning. He carries it up the field to about the 32, or about the 27-yard line, I should say. A gain of a couple for the junior. They'll mark it right at the 27-yard line. So a 2nd down 8 situation for the Centaurs. I think that was Bunning's first carry. Indeed it was. But the Centaurs with a lot more yardage than they have had in the past as far as the running game is concerned. Richardson calls for the football, throws it out quickly. It is complete to Lezot at the 30. He's up to the 35, up to the 40-yard line. Jacob Lezot, a couple of stiff arms to find himself some room. He caught it about maybe 3 yards from the line of scrimmage and got a lot more than that, a 13-yard gain.
That was absolutely holding Woodstock. I didn't see the laundry on the field, but they're calling a holding. Yep,
oh my
it's right
gosh.
there.
That's unfortunate. That wipes out a really nice play.
No, it's all the way up here.
Yeah. So that marks it all the way back
So
to the
it'll be-
23-yard line. Back to the 23-yard line. So it's actually a loss. Only a 4 on the
So
play.
that was after the catch we had holding.
Yeah, it was probably right near the
Yeah.
catch. Right on the line or so. So it's back to the 23-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 12 for the Centaurs. Savoy will be in the backfield with Richardson. Now, you get the idea they might try that again one of these days?
Yes, sir.
Probably not on this play, but one soon. Richardson goes back to throw, looking for Nagel, looking for Nagel, looking for Nagel, found Nagel at the 45-yard line of the Falcons, and they'll knock him out of bounds at the 42.
The concentration by the senior on that play was extraordinary. Fitch had the defense. They were stride for stride, Mark.
Yes.
They were right next to each other. Oh, we got laundry on the field.
Again?
I think it's a sideline violation.
Yeah, sideline warning is probably what that is. It's a 35-yard pass play. So in just 2 catches, Brandon Nagel has 61 yards in receptions. It is a sideline warning against the Centaurs. That means nothing unless it happens again. 1st and 10, 42-yard line for Woodstock Academy with 8:07 left in the first half. A 10-0 lead for the Centaurs. If you've just joined us, Seamus McDermott scored on a 3-yard run off the first series. And then at the end of the first quarter, the last series, Henry Watton, a 25-yard field goal. Saracena.
Yeah, they might get it.
Sets him in the slot. Then he goes back to throw for Richardson. Richardson looking downfield for Saracena, complete at the 22-yard line. A gain of 20 and a first down and 10.
The Fitch sideline was absolutely screaming for an illegal formation because the left tackle for Woodstock that'd be eaten was quite a ways off the line of scrimmage. He's got to be closer to the line of scrimmage.
27 yards now in receptions for Carter Saracena. And his 2 catches.
And look, the running game is effective.
Setting up the passing game.
Setting up the passing game.
So Richardson with Bunning now alongside him, and now a timeout will be called by Fitch.
Yep, timeout Fitch.
Yeah, we'll keep it here for the time being. As the Centaurs go over to talk to their coaching staff and the Falcons talk to theirs. You know, one thing I think you just said in that last series, absolutely true. The running game setting up the passing game.
Absolutely.
And the Centaurs with their running game right now, and I'm just adding it up quickly in my head, 89 yards in rushing, and that is a big number.
That's a big number for Woodstock, and they're doing it in interesting ways. They're doing it in unexpected ways. And that is making Fitch think about it now. Fitch came up here from Groton this morning thinking that they're playing Woodstock.
Yeah.
They're going to get healthy today. Well, it's not going that way so far.
And my addition could be better. 78 yards.
78 yards.
But that's okay.
Far better than mine.
That gave me a chance to double check my numbers, and 36 and 24 generally equals 60. I think I had it around 70. So it is what it is, right? 36 yards coming from Trevor Savoy and the 24 from Carter Saracena.
I would say that both sides of the offensive and defensive line of Woodstock are owning this game so far.
First down and 10, 22-yard line of the Falcons. Morissette in motion back to his H-back spot. Richardson with 2 players behind him goes back to throw. Bunning stays in to protect. They throw it out for Saracena. It's caught, but there's a flag on the far side. It was caught right at about the, about the 2-yard line.
Holding on Woodstock.
Yep. Doesn't matter anyway. We all knew it was coming back. So the hold goes against the Centaurs.
Well, I would imagine this team has been absolutely hammered on all week on giving Richardson enough time to get the ball down the field.
Minus 13 yards back to the 35-yard line of the Falcons. Isn't it interesting a difference a week makes?
Yes.
How many flags were there at Guilford last week?
One
versus
two,
Guilford.
Two.
Maybe 2.
One on each side.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden it's laundry heaven. We're going to need the tide or the gain out here or something before we're done. Richardson goes back to throw. Richardson down the left side, catches up to Theriak at about the 23-yard line or so, close back to the line of scrimmage. So Richardson's starting to find the targets.
Between Morissette, Nagel, Saracena, and Theriak, that's a good receiving core.
Yeah.
Give Richardson enough time, he's going to find him.
11-yard pass play to Theriak on that one. Gives him 80 yards in passing as well, by the way.
And that's
so
what you want.
Second down and 12 from the 24.
First and 20, you want to get 8.
Yeah. Well, they got 11. That's even better than 8. Richardson now has Amlaw as the sole setback behind him. 3 to the right side. Richardson looks to the left, launches and tripped. And they're not going to call the penalty on that one. Is there any flag? Saracena went down. There is no flag.
Yep. That's an interception. They're calling it an interception.
Are they calling it an interception?
Yep.
I was too busy about there being no flag.
They're calling that an interception.
So an interception
that was a
by
great
number
catch.
16. Was it 16 down below? I don't have a 16 on my roster. But that's who apparently made the interception.
16. Yeah, Joe Norton up top doesn't have 16's name either.
Nobody knows number 16 right now, but it is an interception. I was so concerned.
That was a heck of a catch.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, I was so concerned about the pass interference that I didn't even really pay attention afterwards.
The referees said the contact was inconsequential, so.
That's what it is, I guess. Perry will hand it off. This is, again, Saintville. He just is getting nowhere. Not a lot of room for him to operate. McDermott and Eaton got out there.
And Amlaw came up to make the initial stick and did not let the Fitch running back get anywhere.
So back at the 20-yard line, obviously they caught it in the end zone, so it came back as a touchback, which is why they start at the 20-yard line. 8 carries for Saintville, 13 yards. So he's been let's put it this way, a workhorse, but hasn't had to run a lot.
No.
Hasn't had any room to run a lot. 2nd down 10 from the 20. Cabuso in motion. Perry with the football knocked away, but is it a fumble? And the ball was loose, I think. And where is
Marcus McGregor?
Did he come up with it?
Marcus McGregor.
I could not even find the football in that scrum.
It was a pitch.
Yep, it went down, and then everybody went after it. I guess McGregor fell on it.
It was an RPO, and Marcus McGregor came up with that football.
So the fumble goes against Perry because he was the last one to touch it. And the fumble recovery goes to McGregor right at the 13-yard line.
Timeout Woodstock.
Woodstock Academy is going to take a timeout with 6:11 to go. Has this been one of those games where everything seems to be taking place in different places than normal?
And happening Woodstock's way.
It is.
Other than the interception in the end zone, the great interception in the end zone by number 16. We'll try and get his name so that his mom gets the credit she deserves.
So they'll mark it back at the 13-yard line. So it's 1st down and 10 for the Centaurs from there. Technically goes, I kind of think it is a sack, more so, or a fumble. I guess a fumble recovery, obviously. But Perry was responsible for the fumble. So they'll mark it back at the 13, and it's 1st down and 10.
Perry pitched it, and that was all I saw.
And then
I
the
heard
ball. Yeah, and we were looking for it. And the reason why we couldn't find it, Marcus McGregor was sitting on it.
Yep.
Guess what? You're not going to see the football under there. That's just not the way it's going to happen.
McGregor's in the Wildcat.
1st down and 10. McDermott. Yes, McDermott hands off. This is Saracena cutting inside. Touchdown, Woodstock Academy. Carter Saracena goes in from 13 yards out.
Great blocking by Woodstock on that. The hole was huge.
So a 13-yard carry for Carter Saracena. Carter's had a rushing day today. 37 yards and 4 carries. And Watton will come on to attempt the extra point. 16-0 Centaurs here in the first half. Got to like those numbers.
Absolutely.
So Henry Watton on.
Lucas Theriak to hold.
And the extra point, Theriak on the hold. Watton with the boot, and the boot is good. So a 17-0 lead for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs after the 13-yard touchdown run by Carter Saracena.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Well, do we do it again? Another onside?
No, sir.
Okay, you boot this one away.
I'm going to be watching number 52 on this one. I'm going to be watching him all the way.
Okay, you watch him all the way. I'll watch Seamus McDermott kick this one off. 17-0 Centaurs. McDermott's boot low liner picked up by McCoy at the 33, 35-40, and down at about the, well, maybe about the 40-yard line or so is where they'll mark McCoy down.
Nagel on the tackle, McDermott on the tackle, Cashel Noel, number 52, on the tackle.
Mark that one right at the 40. What, did they get above the 40-yard line or not?
Just barely.
Well, maybe the 41. Yeah, they'll mark it right at the 41-yard line for the Falcons. So do you run Saintville into the line?
They've set that up and set that up and set that up. Are you going to do it now? What are they setting up?
I don't know. I mean,
RPO's run-pass option where you fake the dive and then look for a receiver?
In motion is fine, and they got the Centaurs to jump. You saw Jared Eaton's response to that. Oh, I didn't do that.
The whole defensive line jumped. And I would imagine that's the first time that they hit him with the cadence.
So it's first down and 5 from the 46-yard line for the Falcons. Saintville remains the sole setback in this double wing offense. Fine in motion, gets the pitch to the short side. 45-50, 45 pulled down from behind by McDermott, who is the leading tackler on this team. Came in with 54 tackles, including 2 sacks on the season. But that's been the only play that really works. That little swing out from Fine from the wingback position over to the left side. And he gets it down to the 44-yard line of Woodstock Academy, a gain of 10 and a first down.
Now, if this holds true, they'll fake the fullback into the middle of the line and run that to the opposite side, to the wide side of the field.
3 carries, 45 yards for Adonis Fine. Actually, it's 4 carries and 45 yards because one of those he did not gain a yard on. And it was on the 4th down play that they really needed it. Cabuso goes back in motion, and now Perry picks it and just goes straight into the line, and that's not going to work. As Perry gets tossed back right at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe
caught
even a
by
loss.
Evan Roy, Marcus McGregor, Jacob Lizot. They all caught him.
No gain on the play. They're going to give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage.
You know, when you're dealing with a team that is as fast as Fitch is, you've got to control the line of scrimmage. You've got to own the line of scrimmage. You can't get too far up the field because they'll exploit those breaches. Stay as a unit.
So far, the Centaurs have done it.
Stay as a unit and stay flat.
Perry, again, Fine is in motion, gets the pitch, left side again, slows it up a little bit, finds some room, 40 down to the 35, flag flies. Might have been an illegal block. Right around the 35-yard line. We'll have to see what the call is.
We'll see. The linesman's the one that's made the call.
Because it could be a block in the back. That's where you kind of get those plays. But no, the answer is not. It will be against the Centaurs, I think. Dead ball. Unsportsman. Oh, no.
Sideline
no.
on
Sideline
Fitch.
warning. Okay, just a sideline warning. That's all it is. 32-yard line. For Fine, a 12-yard gain for the Fitch wingback, and a first down for the Falcons. That play works.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to have to find something complementary to it, but that play works.
Well, you counter back from that.
Yeah. First and 10, 32-yard line. Perry puts Cabuso in motion, hands off. Nope, keeps the football and runs right into the defensive line, but carries a couple with him. And got it down a little ways, down to about the 25-yard line, in fact.
Perry's momentum did a nice job. He kept the feet moving and got some positive yardage on that.
Gain of 7, second down and 3. Biggest gain for Perry so far today at the 25-yard line, 4:40 left to go in the first half of play. 17-0 Centaurs. Perry will go back to throw. Perry launches to the right side. He's got a receiver. He's got a touchdown. Adonis Fine on the catch. You could tell he had that little step on the defensive back.
Yes,
it was
he
just
did.
a matter, was Perry going to get it there? And he did.
And that's what I said in pregame. Perry's got a very, very nice arm.
So a touchdown to Adonis Fine goes 25 yards on the pass play.
That's exactly what Fitch needed to get back in this game, right? 17-0. This could have been bad, but
Could have been. It's not right now.
No, it's not.
So Cabuso will kick for the Falcons. That was the first completed pass for Ben Perry.
I think that's Phillips 6 that's kicking it.
It's Cabuso. Cabuso's boot That's us.
That's what?
That's Woodstock Academy.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Cabuso, yes.
The kick is good. The kick is, I guess, no good. My bad. I was concerned about some other things there. It's no good on the kick. 422.
My idiocy.
Yeah, no. 17-6. Woodstock Academy over Fitch.
Loose Center for the Arts at the Woodstock Academy and Performing Arts of Northeast Connecticut proudly present Ocean State Pops Orchestra's 2022 Holiday Pops Concert. Coming to Loose Center for the Arts on December 3rd, we invite you and your whole family to celebrate the holiday season with Rhode Island's finest 60-piece ensemble and special guest openers, the Hill Singers. Bar on site, advanced tickets just $27 on theloose.org or charge by phone at 860-963-6789.
And we welcome you back to the Bentley Athletic Complex. 17-6, Centaurs on top of the Fitch Falcons here on this Saturday afternoon in September. And we are supposed to turning our clocks back tonight, aren't we?
Extra hour of sleep.
Oh, man. Maybe the last time.
Maybe. Woodstock's prepared for an onside kick.
Yeah, they're ready with a hands team, aren't they? Well, kind of a hands team up there. Savoy is up there. Cashel Knoll is the closest to us. So you got some big numbers and some small numbers in between there. Set to go with Cabuso on the kick for the Falcons. And there is that onside kick attempt. And right to Knoll, who just kind of dived on it at the 50-yard line.
Cashel.
Just the man you wanted to see catch
Yes,
that
sir.
football.
Yes, sir. Showed the hands.
Right at midfield, first down and 10 for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Sun shining brightly now here on the field, which has been a little bit different. It's been kind of hiding behind some clouds.
Cashel Noel on the senior day activities when it was announced what he plans to do next year. He's going to be a United States Marine, and he got a wonderful hand from this crowd.
Couple of them
Yes,
did
sir.
say they wanted to go
Zach
into the
Arsenault as well.
Zach Arsenault wants to go into the Marines. First down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Richardson back at quarterback. Morissette in the H-back position. They go back to throw. In trouble quickly. Thrown out incomplete. Looking for Lezot. But Fitch applied a lot of pressure. Coming in was Kevin Saintville on Richardson. Second down and 10.
And that was the first time I've really seen Richardson
Have to
under
hurry.
pressure.
Yeah. Richardson 5 for 12 today, passing for 80 yards. And does not have a touchdown pass today. All the touchdowns have been by the rush game. Carter Saraceno, by the way, now 50 points on the season. He's the leading scorer on this team. Richardson fakes the handoff to Bunning, goes back to throw, and it was incomplete. Looking over for Lezot coming across. And it just overthrown a little bit.
Fitch has got a player, number 12.
Adonis Fine?
Yeah, Adonis Fine has got yellow shoes on, and every time he runs somewhere, I think it's a flag on the ground.
Well, we've been having problems today identifying where the ball is
Picking up
anyway,
flags,
and picking up flags. So it's been one of those days for us. But then again, it has been an interesting situation for the Centaurs with what they've been doing. It's been kind of interesting. It's just been kind of different. Richardson trying to get away, but he will not from Calvin McCoy. McCoy came in from his backside and took him down. First sack of the game for the Falcons, or for the Falcons at the Centaurs 40-yard line, loss of 10.
And 4th and 20, and Woodstock's got to kick this. And gives Fitch plenty of time to get another score on the board.
That's true. So back at the 40-yard line, you'd assume Lezot will boot this one away. And he will be back in the punting formation, back at his own 29-yard line. And Saintville will drop back to the 33-yard line of the Falcons. And the snap and the boot by Lezot. Good boot. Drives Saintville back all the way to the 21-yard line. 25, 30, up to the 35 before he gets tossed out of bounds. And they may make it the 40. Just have to, hard to see on that far side exactly where his feet touch the sideline.
Just inside. 30, just beyond the 38, I think.
Yeah, it looks that way. Just inside the 2 marks, the 35 and the 40. So at the 38-yard line, first down and 10 for the Falcons. They have 3:11 left to go here in the first half. And when you look at it, Adonis Fine, does he get the football this time?
Oh, he's got to get it consistently.
I would say he does. Adonis Fine goes in motion. They pitch it to him to this left side. Tries to get away from Amlaw. He did, and he was hit out of bounds. Maybe gained a yard. Maybe. As there was a lot of pursuit by the Centaurs.
You know, Amlaw was coming. Theriac was coming. McDermott was coming. But Amlaw held him up. Got 2 on that one.
Yep, gain of 2 for Fine. Well, he's been their offense. 59 yards in 6 carries for the Fitch
and
junior.
One catch for a touchdown.
And 1 catch for a touchdown. Saintville behind Perry. Perry puts Cabuso in motion, fakes the handoff to Saintville, throws it almost intercepted. That would have been a pick 6. Had it been caught by Sam Clark. He had nothing but house in front of him. And unfortunate for him, it just went through his fingertips.
Yep. Amlaw's over there checking out his fingertips to make sure they're all attached.
Sam Clark's?
Yep.
That was so close to a pick 6. And the problem is, it may have been too close to a pick 6. That's the reason why it kind of went through the wickets.
Yep.
I mean, when you see something like that ahead of you, you forget the fact that you're supposed to have the football with you. You know, that's the problem. So it's 3rd down and 8 at the 40-yard line. In motion, Cabuso again. They hand off to Fine. Fine around the 40, 45. May have gotten close to a first down. Depends where they're going to mark it at the 47. Short by about a yard.
The coaching staff above us absolutely let him have it for not getting the first down.
A gain of 7 to the 47-yard line. It's 4th and 1. Well, I don't know if you have a choice at the 250 mark. Do you go for this? I think you do.
100%.
But do you give it to Saintville to run straight into the line?
No, no.
If anything, you give it to Fine and you run him right. But,
absolutely. This is going to be fine.
The problem is he's the right wing. Tough, you're going to have to pitch it out to him if you're going to get it over there. Cabuso goes in that direction. They give the ball to Saintville, but he gets the first down and more to the 45-yard line.
I think Saintville wants the ball. He was running with a purpose on that one.
They mark it at the 44 of Woodstock Academy, and it's a gain of 9 on the carry.
And here they go with their tempo. They're lining right up.
With only 2.5 to play, you get a touchdown here, this is a ball game.
It's a game.
No question. It's a ball game now. But still, it's a bigger ball game from that. Here's the handoff straight ahead on the counter to Saintville. Carries it up to the 41-yard line. They had Fine in motion, and they sent Saintville across it.
Trevor Costa with the tackle out there. And they really missed Trevor last week. Trevor was out ill. He had the flu that is absolutely been decimating our school.
I have no idea where
COVID.
it's come from. No, it's COVID. It's not COVID. It's
not
flu.
COVID, yep.
41-yard line. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Falcons. I think there was an official's timeout because Saintville was down, but he's back up again. Perry was over to the sideline talking. And Saintville is out of there for now. 34. Nazir Matthews is in as the fullback for the Falcons.
And Matthews will give you a different look. He's a power runner. You see him down in all fours.
Cabuso fakes one way, goes the other. Perry keeps the football in trouble, cuts it inside. He may have had some room outside. He had nothing inside. Back to the 41-yard line, to the line of scrimmage, 'tis all.
Roy, Morissette, Cashel, Noel, all in on that tackle.
As the saying goes, pick your poison on that one because there was a lot of it if you were Ben Perry. 3rd and 7.
1:38 left to go in this first half.
Fine being checked out, not Fine, but Saintville being checked out by the trainer right down below us. Seems to be okay. Walking back now to the front part of the sideline. As they keep the football, Perry does, launches almost another pick by Clark. Threw that one at the feet of Cabuso.
And Cashel Noel was in there on the pressure.
Just
Perry's hurting.
These plays are not developing fast enough for the Falcons. And the Falcons are not getting any time for Perry.
No, my high school coach called it matador blocks. where you just wave the flag at them, wave the cape at them.
Wave the cape and
look
let
out,
them go through.
Right, look
here
out
they
blocks.
come. They're coming. They're coming. Do you mind if I take a little break here?
Right. So 4th and 8,
Yeah,
4th and 7.
8 from the 4th and 7 from the 41. With 1:22 to go in the first half. The Falcons are going for it, I think.
Yeah.
And they will. The reason why I say that is Perry is also their punter, so technically he could punt. Perry goes back to throw, launches it down the middle, incomplete for McCoy.
But a flag.
And it will
Roy.
be roughing the passer on Evan Roy. Unfortunate.
Perry got absolutely run over by Evan Roy.
He got hit hard, and they're going to call the roughing the passer call, I think, here, just by where the flag was going. And that will be a first down for Fitch. So the personal foul, roughing the passer.
And it was. That ball was out of his hand.
So up to the 26-yard line of Woodstock Academy.
And as somebody who's been called for that penalty, I feel for Evan Roy. You see that quarterback.
You want
that quarterback. Yep. And it's hard to hold up.
And it's certainly.
But you have to.
Right. Certainly it's not even maybe as protective as the NFL in some regards. But you still cannot hit the quarterback.
No. And with
not especially when he's in a defenseless position.
And with 1:18 and you just held on 4th down, you don't want to give your opponent extra life.
First down 10, 26-yard line for the Falcons. Cabuso in motion. Handoff goes to handoff second man through is Fine. And Fine got maybe a yard to about the 25.
And
they did a nice job of faking a Saintville into the line, and Fine came across behind.
And Morissette did a nice job staying home on that one.
Gain of 2 to the 24-yard line. Second down and 8. They keep the football with Perry. Launches down the sidelines. Got a man open, but he just overthrew Charles Cabuso.
Morissette with nice job getting to the quarterback.
So it'll be 3rd down 8 at the 24.
Now that incomplete pass stopped the clock.
Yep. Perry's 1 for 5 passing today. The one pass was a touchdown. And I'll tell you, the passes are not all that far. Well, the two behind, essentially just in front, were not pretty. But some of the other passes have been okay. It's just they haven't found their targets. 17-6 Centaurs, 51 seconds to go here in the first half. Sole setback is Saintville. Cabuso in motion. Saintville with the football. Carries it straight ahead, and he goes down after maybe a yard.
Evan Roy on the tackle along with Cashel Noel.
I don't know if that was a signal to say, well, we're not going to get a score here to score on this one, so let's just try to run the football. They mark it at the 22-yard line. It'll be 4th down and a timeout for the Falcons. After a gain of 2 for Saintville. Saintville 27 yards now in 11 carries for the Falcons. And a timeout for the Falcons. Well, if you're Fitch at 4th down and about 6 or so,
with
7,
32 seconds.
With 32
That's
seconds,
plenty of time. You're going to want to throw. Now you don't have any more timeouts.
Do you give it to Fine? Get him to the sideline over here on the left side.
No.
You don't.
Fine.
Yeah, Adonis Fine coming across.
It's on this hash mark.
Yes.
That doesn't give him a whole lot of room. If it was on the other hash mark, absolutely. But on this hash mark, no, I'm running Fine into the flat on the wide side of the field. The same thing they scored their touchdown on.
You could do that.
You know, there's an awful lot of room out there to Fitch's right.
So we got 4th down from the 22-yard line. 4th and a long 6, we'll call it. Perry goes over center, or actually in the pistol more so. Perry fakes one way, fakes the other way, tosses it out. There is Saintville at the 15, at the 10, inside the 10-yard line, goes out of bounds before Carter Saracena could get to him, and the ball will be marked.
And the clock's still ticking.
9-yard line.
Wait, why?
It's a good question. Yeah, there's going to have to be some time back somewhere, I think.
Why?
Because it was 1st and goal.
Well, he didn't get out of bounds, did he?
I don't know that answer, to be absolutely honest. We'll have to see. I think they're going to reset the clock.
23 seconds.
Yeah, they're giving him 5 seconds back. Ball at the 9-yard line. A gain of 13 on that pass play from Perry to Saintville.
So they put 5 seconds on the clock. It is just inside the 10-yard line at about the 9.
Yep.
First and goal at the 9.
And here we go with Perry in motion. And then he
Same play
faked
the
it
other
to
way.
Cabuso, tosses it out, complete to Saintville at the 5. Did he get in? The answer is
Touchdown.
yes. Touchdown for Fitch.
And how big is that roughing the passer penalty now?
Big time. No question, big time. As they get the touchdown on the pass to Saintville from 9 yards out. And now the extra point attempt. Do they go for 2 here?
I would.
With 11 seconds to go.
You're down 5. I would definitely go for 2 here. It looks like they are.
Perry will come in.
Fitch will go for 2.
They will go for 2. Torres is way out to this left side. In motion was fine. Perry rolls to his left. Looks to clear things out. He's going to easily take it in for the 2-point conversion. 11 seconds
Whole
left
new
to play.
game.
Big time whole new game. 17-14. Oh, heck, we only have 11 seconds left. Let's just keep it here, right? No sense to go to a break after that 14-yard pass. So that one we have to add in here. He now has 52 yards, 3 of 7 completions. And 22 yards now for Saintville. But more importantly, the score on the scoreboard, 17-14. Well, I mean, if you're the Falcons, you can say we were outplayed in the first quarter, but we've kind of got it back a little bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the defense still looked good. But, however, those –
What?
We got a Fitch player going after some Woodstock fans.
Okay, so we got to be a little careful. Unfortunately, and it is, the sidelines and the stands are pretty close.
Pretty close. Ask Wyatt Robbie how close they are.
Too close for Wyatt Robbie.
Wyatt
that's for
Robbie,
sure.
a senior soccer player for the Woodstock Academy boys team, dove out of bounds, and the first thing that hit the stone
Was his
stands
nose.
was his face. Yeah.
So it will be a kickoff here for Fitch.
And with what Seamus McDermott's been able to do throughout the year, kick it on the ground.
I'm going to guess you're going to just try to kick it
Yeah,
through the
split
front
it.
line and just get it down rolling along the ground with 11 seconds to go. You don't want to give Woodstock Academy the chance to do anything. There's that little roller. Went through Bunning's hands, went through Clark's hands, picked up by Amlaw. He's up to the 35, and that's where he's going to go down with 7 seconds to go. About the 36-yard line, first down and 10.
Now my guess is take a knee, get to halftime, regroup.
Agreed. With 7 seconds to go, I don't think you can. I mean, you do have that option.
And you have all your timeouts.
You have the option of going for something and trying to make something happen, but that can also backfire as much as it can work for you.
Yes, it can.
I don't know if you want to do something like that right now with 7 seconds to go. You got one play, essentially. So Richardson looks like they're just going to go and just down the football. He goes right behind center, and that will end our first half of play. Interesting first half of play.
Yes, sir.
That's for sure. A 17-14 lead for Woodstock Academy over Fitch. We'll be back with more from the Bentley Athletic Complex.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side by side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
Well, the sun has gone behind the clouds again. The wind picks up when the sun goes behind the clouds.
But the clouds are beautiful. The day is beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
72 degrees.
72 degrees, shirt sleeve weather here at the Bentley Athletic Complex, and a good football game to boot.
Yep.
17-14 right now in favor of Woodstock Academy over Fitch in a game that looked like Woodstock Academy was going to run away with.
You couldn't have told me it was going to be a 3-point game at halftime.
No.
Woodstock owned all the momentum in the first quarter, even most of the second quarter. Their defense was dominant. Their offense was moving the ball at will. But here comes Fitch, and remember, Fitch is Fitch. They're going to make a run, so you can't have any kind of mental lapses.
And there were a couple of mental lapses in the course of that first half, if you will. And the thing was, I think the Centaurs came out and had Fitch and the play-by-play announcer off balance.
Right.
To be absolutely honest, I mean, there were a lot of moving parts in different areas.
And plays that we haven't seen before.
For the
and
entire
obviously
season.
Fitch hasn't seen them before either.
And it had them off balance, it had us off balance, and it worked.
And it was effective.
Because Seamus McDermott scored the first touchdown just 2.5 minutes into the game on an 8-yard run. The opening drive didn't take very long either. It took just 7 plays to get that 3-yard touchdown run. The Henry Watton kick made it 7-0. But the Centaurs got down to the 25-yard line of Fitch, couldn't convert. The Fitch then gave up the ball on their own 34. The Centaurs only could get a field goal out of that, a 25-yard field goal to make it 10-0. Then the Centaurs got down to the 24-yard line, but was intercepted on the play. But got down to the 24. They turned over the football on an interception, got back the football on a fumble, and that was led to another touchdown, this one by Carter Saracena. So with 6:03 left to go in the second quarter, it was 17-0 Woodstock Academy. We're all thinking, okay, can we start thinking running time here in the second half? And the answer was no.
No.
Because Fitch came right
Fitch
back.
is Fitch.
They got that 25-yard pass from Perry to Fine to make it a 17-6 game. And then, after a punt by Woodstock Academy and an unfortunate roughing call against the Centaurs, a 9-yard pass from Perry to Saintville, 17-14.
Right. And now it's a game. And now if you're Coach Saucier, you've got to go back to the drawing board. You've got to convince your team it's 0-0, and you're going to be fighting for your own home turf. Haven't been many wins on this field for Woodstock Academy.
There haven't been one win on this field so far.
So you've got to defend your field today.
Absolutely.
Because this is the last time you're going to be playing on this field.
Well, we had a chance, of course, over the past weekend. It's been pretty good for Woodstock Academy Athletics. We're going to talk about those things, what has happened in the past couple of days, in just a moment. We're at halftime, 17-14.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
So how about the Woodstock Academy girls soccer team?
Well,
big congratulations.
Leah Costa was just down in front of us with eye black on. I think she could put the pads on and go play for this team.
She might want to.
Yep.
But, of course, Leah Costa kind of had a – now, remember, she is a transfer from Stonington High School, and Woodstock Academy played Stonington High School in the Eastern Connecticut Conference Division I Girls Soccer
and
Championship
how'd that go?
On Thursday. And after they lost to them 7-1 in the opening game of the season, the Centaurs prevailed 3-2 in overtime. Leah Costa was a key part of that. Leah Costa sent the ball – when the ball came in from Grace Gelhaus, Leah Costa was deep on the right side, lofted it into the middle. Now, Coach Dennis Snelling had told me here was his game plan. He said, look, everybody's a little bit tired. It's a championship game. If we have an opportunity to put it in the box, do it. So she lofted it into the box. It took a bounce. Somehow, it hit a Stonington defender and bounced into the net.
That's a shame.
With 2.5 minutes into the first OT, sudden death. Woodstock Academy, the second ECC Division I tournament title in 5 years.
Nice.
Because 2018 was the last time.
Absolutely outstanding, and it couldn't happen to a better coaching staff, a better group of girls. They are just an exceptionally fun group to watch, and we saw them in the beginning of the season, and truthfully, they didn't look like an awful lot.
Well, like I said, it was a tough loss to that opening game to Stonington.
And then there was quite a while where we didn't see them, and we didn't cover a game until more than midway through the season.
Agreed.
It's like, wow, this team is completely different. The through balls, the speed on the wings, the defense. Freya Robbie just came out of nowhere and was dominant in the back as a freshman. The goalkeeping, the midfield, it was exceptional.
And the thing about it is, they'll be back on the field on Tuesday, and it's our first time to tell you that we'll be here too. Greg Smith just learned this as well as I'm speaking, and he's looking at me like, we are? Yes, we're going to be here. Woodstock Academy will be taking on Windsor in a Class L state tournament first round matchup, and we will broadcast that game live right around 1:50 or so, because remember, because of the time change, you got to play soccer by 2 o'clock or you're not playing soccer, especially if you have PKs or anything like that. Not that we'd know anything about that. But indeed, if that does come about. So a 2 o'clock game on Tuesday, and we'll be broadcasting that game live also.
And it's Election Day, so make sure you go out and vote.
Absolutely, Election Day on top
Doesn't
of
matter
it.
who you vote for, just make sure you go out and
And
vote.
a virtual
Everybody's
day
got to
here at
vote.
Woodstock Academy as well. Also like to congratulate Christian Menunos, who yesterday finished 22nd in the State Open Boys Cross Country Championship race. And guess what that means?
Does that mean he gets to go?
Yeah, to the New Englands.
Nice.
Next Saturday. The first boys runner. Okay, I'm really going to test your memory now.
Oh, man.
Go back. When was the last runner, the last boys runner to make the State Open, to make the New England Championship for Woodstock Academy?
John Seward?
Nope.
Before or after?
I think after. 2004.
Graham?
Yes, Kevin Graham.
Kevin was 2002.
No,
Kevin was
2004.
Right, Kevin was 2004.
He finished 6th in the 2004 State Open Championship and qualified for the New England.
Great family. The Grahams have always been near and dear to my heart.
So Christian Menunos, the first one since Kevin Graham to make the New England Championship. They'll run it next Saturday at Pontiac, which may be closer to my house than Woodstock Academy.
It is. It definitely is.
Pontiac right around the corner in Foster, Rhode Island. So it's really not going to be a long trip. You're probably talking. I think Christian is he a Brooklyn student?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either, but he may actually have a shorter trip to go to this race than he would to come up here first. So interesting stuff. But congratulations to Christian Menunos, finished 22nd, 16 minutes, 42 seconds was his time.
Now, how about Coach Sean Saucier coming over and speaking to the fans that are sitting to our left? And they were a little rowdy, and they might have said some things that really annoyed a couple of Fitch players. And Coach Saucier came over and said, that's not the way we do things here.
Absolutely, and of course he also
And look at him picking up all their trash.
Yep, he functions as the athletic director here as well, so that does have to be done, and he did his dual role there,
Yes, he did.
so to speak. We'll be back. We have a few other announcements for you when we return to the Bentley
When it comes to financial
Athletic
planning,
Complex.
one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
I'm going to tell you, whatever they're cooking over there smells awesome.
Yes, it does.
But the problem is it also makes it a little smoky. And I'll tell you, if you hear me coughing every so
Burgers
often.
and dogs.
Yeah, if you hear me coughing every so often, you'll know why.
Yep.
You'll have some announcements for us.
I do. Samantha Romero and Rachel Budd would like everybody to know that Reflections, a contemporary sculpture exhibit, will be happening at the gallery at the Luce Center for the Arts until November 17th. If you'd like to know more about this, go on theluce.org. That's THELOOS.org. Ocean State Pops Orchestra will perform a holiday concert at the Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd. Our very own Hill Singers will be the opening act. For ticket information, go to theluce.org. Holly Singleton would like everyone to know that the Beat Club, a student organization committed to the well-being and support of members of our community who face medical hardships. They help defray the cost of medical emergencies. To raise funds, they are auctioning off a PlayStation 5. It's $10 for one ticket, $50 for 6 tickets, and $100 for 15 tickets. The drawing will be at the halftime of the Killingly game. The Killingly game on Thanksgiving Day. And last, Giving Day is November 15th. Woodstock Academy is raising funds to support Inspire 150. That's my home. That's the Academy building.
Yes, it is. He even has a laundry room down there.
I do. Gifts of $150 or more will get a set of Woodstock Academy coasters. A generous alumnus will match the first $5,000 donated.
Where did halftime go?
Gone. 1 minute to go.
We blew through that
Yes, we
halftime, no
did.
question about it. Some first-half statistics for you now. Adonis Fine leads the way for Fitch in rushing, 8 carries, 68 yards. Otherwise, it's been Kevin Saintville, 11 carries for 27 yards, and Ben Perry, the quarterback, 5 for 13. Perry has 3 for 7 passing-wise for 52 yards, but a couple of touchdowns. One to Saintville and one to Fine. So it's been Saintville, Fine, and Perry. That's probably your offense.
Fine has been stretching out a hamstring throughout most of the halftime. I hope he's okay to go. Without him, they don't have a whole lot of offense.
I agree. For Woodstock Academy, the leading rusher, Carter Saracena, 4 carries, 37 yards, 3 carries for Trevor Savoy, 36 yards. And he did have 36 yards in 1 carry. Maybe we point that out as well. Other than that, 9 yards for Teddy Richardson and 4 for Austin Amlaw. So you get the 37 and 36, and now we're a little bit back into that realm where the Centaurs have had that problem really pushing the football up the field on the ground. Passing-wise, Richardson 5 for 13 for 80 yards. Carter Saraceno 1 for 1 for 26. Catches, meanwhile, 2 each for Lucas Theriak, his for 18 yards in total. Saracena 2 for 27. And Brendan Nagel 2 for 61. Saracena, of course, and McDermott have the touchdowns for Woodstock Academy. So some stats, interesting stats there for you. You've got to say, given those stats, Woodstock Academy should be leading 24-6.
Right. And let's not forget, Fitch won the opening toss,
Yeah,
deferred,
they get the football.
so they will get the ball to start the second half. So hopefully Woodstock was working on defense, how to stop that pitch play to find going to his left.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be the play you got to stop.
Right.
And then Perry throwing the football has been relatively effective at times. If you give him enough room, he's going to burn you.
Yes, he is.
So you got to be a little concerned about that as well.
And that RPO, the run-pass option, where he rides fine into the line, takes a look to see if he should run it or he should throw it, has been effective.
Centaurs, by the way, will go on the road next week, next Friday. They finish up their ECC Division I season with a game against NFA at 6:30 at NFA. They go back on the road the following Wednesday when they finish up the game at Enfield at 6 o'clock.
And they will start from the time the game was suspended.
Yes, it was suspended. I think it was 14-7, if I'm correct. Enfield was leading. And then they go on the following Thursday to Nichols College to play Killingly to conclude the season for the Centaurs at that point. So, indeed, a busy 3 weeks to come. Of course, we still have a half of football here. So, and my guess is by Thanksgiving we won't be talking about 70-degree temperatures, but that's just my guess.
Who can tell? With the way the weather's been this crazy year, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
No rain all summer, then rain all fall, and temperatures, who knows? Who knows?
The only thing I can say about that, my oil man may be unhappy. I'm not.
No.
Okay?
No.
And to be honest, when I went into a coffee shop this morning to bring a coffee with me here for today, and here I am dressed in shirt sleeves and enjoying the summer sun, which felt like summer sun,
Yep.
and I walk in and what's playing? Mariah
Christmas
Carey.
music. I hate
I'm
that
like,
song.
oh my gosh, all I need for Christmas is you. Here we go. That kind of just blew my whole thought process out of the water. Of here we are in the middle of summer, right?
Well, no heat until November. I'm trying to do no heat till Thanksgiving.
Might be a good idea.
Yep.
Might be a money-saving idea. Let's put it that way. Adonis Fine will drop back to return the kick for the Falcons as he goes back to his own 15-yard line. Now, how do the Centaurs play this one as we start the second half? Do they want to get the football back?
Well, it looks like Fitch doesn't believe Woodstock's going to kick it long.
You get the idea. One guy
Right.
back and everybody else within the 10 yards
Look at the
of
amount of space.
midfield. Now they drop back Cabuso and everybody else a little bit. So they're going to give it a little bit more normal, but I still think they have a hands team up there in front. Here's that low boot. He picked up by McCoy. He's at the 32 to the 35. He's up to the 40 and will be he's still carrying people. Still carrying people up to the 46-yard line. To give the kid some credit.
Nice
that
job.
That was a pretty good job by Calvin
Yes,
McCoy.
it was. And Cashel Noel was the first on the hit, but he wasn't able to lock up and bring him to the ground.
I mean, they hit him, I think, back around the 38. He was still going until he got to the 47 or so. Let's see exactly where they mark it. 46. First down and 10 for the Falcons.
Great field position for Fitch.
Trailing by 3, 17-14. Mark Allard and Greg Smith along with you on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. Just as nice as the weather has been the football game. It's been interesting. Again, that double wing formation for the Falcons. Cabuso goes in motion. They hand off to Saintville on that counter. 50, 45, and down to the 44 before the hit was made by Austin Amlaw. And I mean to tell you, that was a hit.
Yep.
At 44-yard line of Woodstock Academy, it is a first down. 10-yard gain for Saintville.
And Saintville's moving a little slow. He's asking for somebody to come in for him.
That'd be 34. That'd be Matthews. The line for Fitch, Dylan Beebe is your center. Skylar Nolan, Gianni Drab, your guards. Brandon Wilson and Padre Torres, your tackles. JDL Torres, TJ Miller in their receivers, if they use them. McCoy finds Saintville in the backfield. Cabuso there as well. On the fake to hand off to Saintville. Perry up the middle. He saw some room, decided to take advantage of it, got to the 42.
McGregor on the tackle.
It's not a bad look by Ben Perry to see that was a little opening up the gut. And he says, well, I'm going to take it. It did close pretty quickly. Only a gain of 2.
He's lucky he got anything on that.
Yeah.
He faked the handoff, realized he should have given the handoff, and then he didn't have anything to do with it. but he did get some positive yards.
Defensive tackles for the Centaurs: Trevor Costa, Evan Roy, Jared Eaton, Marcus McGregor on the ends. Carter Morissette, Seamus McDermott, Jacob Lezot, Sam Clark, the linebackers. Handoff to Fine, that left side again. Up over the 35, close to a first down. It depends where they mark it. He's close to that marker again, but he might be short.
We didn't see the jet sweep that whole first half, and that time they did it with Fine. 3rd and 1.
So apparently they were keeping it in their back pocket. A gain of 7 on that carry to the 35-yard line, and as Greg pointed out, 3rd down and 1 for the Falcons. 75 yards now for Fine on the ground in 9 carries, so over 8 yards per carry for the junior. And now an official's timeout. Out there's blood, I think, on the uni of McCoy. So Torres is going to have to come in. The backs for Woodstock Academy are Saracena and Theriac, along with Amlaw in that safety spot. Perry. There's Fine running across the formation. Give to Saintville. First down easily for the Falcons, although Saintville, again, was knocked down pretty hard.
Yeah, that was just a slant off the guard. And Fitch's offensive line was able to push back Woodstock and gain that yard.
Gain of 4. First down and 10 for the Falcons. 41 yards now for Saintville. Just underway here in the second half. Falcons down by 3, 17-14. Perry hands off again up the gut. And Saintville's not going to go very far. Maybe a yard.
Amlaw comes in hard from his safety position, absolutely knifes in to make that stick.
Give him a gain of 1 on the carry down to the 30. Saintville has had the tougher road to hoe, so to speak. 14 carries, only 42 yards. But he is the one who they play off of everything else.
He's a workhorse.
Yeah. Second down 9. But once in a while, he'll get that little breaker for those 5, 6, 7-yard gains, and it helps. Perry puts in motion Cabuso, keeps the football inside, handoff to Fine, and Fine will gain about 5 to about the 26-yard line.
Nice job by Morissette staying home, even though they got some significant yards in there. 3rd and about 6.
Marked it at the 27, so it was a gain of 3 on the play for Fine. But they are trying to do a little bit different than just the sweep to the left.
Right.
With Fine. That one was a sweep to the left, except it was cut inside just a little bit. So Perry set to go as the Falcons now 3rd down and 6 from the 27. Perry will fake it one way, fake the other way, roll out, toss it downfield. He's got
wide
McCoy open and catch it. He could not put it away. Calvin McCoy, that thing was bouncing all over his hands. He just could not put it away. I don't think anyone else touched it.
No.
I think it was just he just could not put it in the breadbasket.
No, Woodstock was beaten on the play. He just couldn't bring it in. It was a great throw by Perry. It was right on the money.
And he had 3 guys back there relatively open, to be absolutely honest.
Well, Mark, this is a very big play in this game.
4th down and 6 from the 27-yard line. It was almost a Falcon lead, and it probably should have been a Falcon lead. McCoy just couldn't put that one away. 4th and 6. Here we go. Perry, 8.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Cabuso in motion. Perry rolls to that right side. Rolls out, looking for some room. Tries to get to the corners. Got the first down. Goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Ben Perry just stretching it out, and it worked.
Holding.
Do we have a hold?
We have a hold. It's coming back.
Back around the 24-yard line.
So that'll make it 4th and
forever.
Yeah.
Well, 24 will make it. They have to get down to the 22, so about 12 yards. So the holding call negates a big gain by Perry.
I didn't see the flag go down.
Technically only a loss of 7 yards, but they get back to the 34. Now you got 4th and 12 for the Falcons. They bring back in McCoy. They have the ability to get this first down. I don't think there's a question. The question is, how do they do it? Do they run Fine, or do they try to throw to a McCoy or a Fine? How about just pitch it to Fine? Who's going to throw it downfield? And there's nobody out there. Call it a punt, if you will. Theriak caught the pass, but in reality,
should
that
have
helped
knocked
the
it
Falcons.
down.
That helped the Falcons.
You should have knocked it down.
Yeah, it helped the Falcons.
But if you're out there, that's not what you're thinking about.
Nope, I agree. So it would be 1st down and 10 for the Centaurs, but they're inside their 10-yard line. So that's one of those where you say, oops.
Yep.
I mean, it was a good play.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. It's a
right.
good play.
No, Theriak is a good defender and a smart kid. But in retrospect, he probably should have knocked that one down.
Yeah, that one was one of those you don't want to touch. It becomes a punt, if you will, for Fitch.
Anytime you see a wounded duck go up there, knock it down.
Yeah, on 4th down. That's the other thing, on 4th down and 12. Richardson back for the Centaurs. Hands it off up the gut. This is Trevor Savoy trying to get he's trying to get something
maybe
happening.
A yard.
Maybe. As he tried to fight through that mess. There's a player down on the
Fitch
play
player.
for the Falcons. So there's going to be an official timeout with that. The ball is right at about the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 1 for Trevor Savoy. Trevor Savoy has been, after that 36-yard gain, it's been a fight to find more. Marcus McGregor is the center for the Centaurs. Travis Costa, Kenny Brown, the guard. Jared Eaton, Evan LaBounty, the tackles. And then, of course, in the backfield, you take your choice. Brendan Nagel, Jacob Lezot, Teddy Richardson, Carter Morissette, Seamus McDermott, Carter Saracena, Lucas Theriak, all of them have kind of rotated through. Richardson, the quarterback, but they do go to the Wildcat quite often. Defense for Fitch, Dylan Beebe in the middle, Thomas Fraser, Gianni Drab, the tackles, William View, Skylar Nolan, the linebackers, and that is 54.
54.
Skylar Nolan.
That's
That's
unfortunate.
a tough loss for them if he does. He's coming off with help right now, holding on his
hand.
left wrist. Yeah. Pedro Torres, Calvin McCoy, the linebackers, Raheem Carter, T.J. Miller, Adonis Fine, Johnny Sosa, defensive backs for Fitch. 2nd down 8 after the gain by, I only had it 1, but maybe did they give him the 12? I guess they gave him the 12.
And Skylar Nolan plays a lot of snaps for the Falcons.
He does, guard and linebacker. So Richardson keeps the football this time, rolls to the left. McCoy chasing, and he's going to tuck. Then coming over to kind of push him out of bounds as well was Saintville for the Falcons. Gained some yardage, but not enough for a 1st down.
3rd and about 3.
Yeah, about that. They're going to mark it right at about the 18-yard line. Give him a gain of 6 on the play for Richardson. Richardson came in with 259 yards on the ground. He's rushed for 15 so far today. Has only taken off with the ball 3 times.
Well, they're checking on his Nolan's collarbone, and that's not a good thing.
Back in the shotgun. Saracena goes in motion. McDermott follows him. McDermott tried to get into the line. He did not. He, again, just kind of held up when he saw the penetration by the D. And they'll mark it down. They'll mark it backwards, I think. It'll be 4th down. The ball is back. Let's see exactly where they marked the football.
Yeah, there got to be.
Where's his forward progress to? The 27?
Yep.
No, excuse me. The 18, the 17.
Yeah, they didn't move the down stick, so.
Yeah, maybe even a loss of a yard. Back to the 17. It's about 4th and a long 2, short 3.
Yeah.
So it should be a punting situation for Lezot. He stands at his own 5-yard line. Back deep is Saintville. Lezot got a good boot his first time. Not as great this time. A little bit more up in the air. Takes the Centaur bounce and then helps Fitch a little bit as it rolls out at the 48-yard line. So not a horrible punt by any stretch of the imagination.
Nope, got him some breathing room.
Yep, 48-yard line. 1st down and 10, 6:44 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Centaur still up 17-14.
Really bad look. They're taking Nolan's shoulder pads off.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, it's either a shoulder or a collarbone.
Yep, that's not good scenario. So they are taking a look at the collarbone right down below us. And the Falcons already thin, really can't afford, especially an interior person, to be injured. Perry puts in motion Fine, gives the football Saintville, 45-40, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line or so. And still, it seems like the Falcons are getting a little bit more of this as this game has gone along. A gain of 9 on that play.
And now
for
they're
Saintville.
going with the tempo.
And Perry hands right back to Saintville. He will not get the first. He might get the first down, but Evan Roy wasn't going to let him get too far.
Evan Roy caught him.
Yeah. And now a Centaur is down on the field, and that's Eaton, who's shaken up a little bit right in the middle of the field. Depends on where they mark that football as to how close. It looks like it's going to be marked at the 39.
About a yard.
Yeah, they didn't really give him any gain on the play for Saintville on that one. So it will be 3rd down and 1 as Eaton is being attended to by Tyler McCarthy out there on the field. We'll take a short break. 6:11 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Centaurs lead Fitch 17.
Luce Center for the Arts at the Woodstock Academy and Performing Arts of Northeast Connecticut proudly present Ocean State Pops Orchestra's 2022 Holiday Pops Concert. Coming to Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd, we invite you and your whole family to celebrate the holiday season with Rhode Island's finest 60-piece ensemble and special guest openers, the Hill Singers. Bar on site, advanced tickets just $27 on theluce.org or charge by phone at 860-963-6789.
Back with you here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. Eaton got off under his own power, but kind of gimpy on the left ankle. So it's 3rd down and 2, 40-yard line for the Falcons, trailing by 3, 17-14, 6:11 left.
Saintville.
In the 3rd quarter. You think so?
Yes, sir.
This is 2-down territory, no matter how you dice it. They put Fine in motion, and Saintville goes straight ahead, and I think he's got the first down, but a flag flies.
Couple of them.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be a face mask.
Coming in from the back, it could be.
Coming in from the back. That's what I kind of see sometimes happening from back there. We'll have to wait and see what the call is. The ball is at the 37-yard line. It will be a face mask against the Centaurs. So you give them a gain on the play down to the only a 5-yarder, though, right?
Yes.
So they got it down to the 2-yard gain for the first down to the 37, and then the face mask of 5 yards. Inadvertent face mask is what they're saying, to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They pitch back to Fine. Not a lot. Got around Morissette. Not a lot of room thereafter, but maybe a couple yards.
And Amlaw comes up from his safety position to make that stick.
They will mark that ball at the 30-yard line, I should say. Should be a gain about 2. 2nd down and 8 for the Falcons at the Centaur 30.
5:29 and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter.
As the Falcons will send back out Jadil Torres. He replaces TJ Miller. And Perry fakes the pitch back to Fine, rolls it to the left, throws it downfield for McCoy, waiting for the football, fought for.
He caught it.
Came down with it. Where is it? It's at the goal line, at the 1-yard line.
Inside the 1.
It was fought for, and somehow I think McCoy had the stronger arms. At the 1-yard line.
Both they're going to go right from here.
With no question. Matthews, they're going to come. Matthews pushed Perry in. Did they get the touchdown?
No
they
signal
think they
yet.
did, but there's no signal from the officials. Inside the 1, maybe? Now they're going to rule a touchdown. They had to wait and see until the pile came out where Perry was. And that's the old NFL play, which is, I think, being outlawed.
Yes, it is.
Where you get the running back pushing the quarterback into the end zone.
You can no longer assist the runner in the NFL.
So a 29-yard pass play followed by a 1-yard run by Perry. And suddenly, 2017, Fitch in the lead. And they might go for 2 again here.
As they should. You know, if you don't trust your kicking game.
Yeah. Why not go for 2?
Exactly.
So that 29-yard pass play. And Perry fakes the throw, goes off the other way with the throw. Saintville will get the 2-point conversion. So the Fitch Falcons go up on the Centaurs, 22
Well, here's the
17.
good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
Say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
we're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
And we're back with you at the Bentley Athletic Complex. Suddenly the complexion of this game has changed.
Yes,
with
it has.
4:44 left to go here in the third quarter. The Falcons enjoy a 5-point lead over the Centaurs.
You know, in the second quarter, the Falcons just woke up.
Yeah.
Their offense woke up. Their defense made a couple of stands, and now they're in the lead by 5.
And they've actually kind of dominated play a little bit here, too.
Yes,
Morissette falls on the football at the 34-yard line. First down and 10 for the Centaurs. You know, they were up 17-0 when you're halfway through the second quarter. And so in about 12 minutes, it has been 22-0.
Yes, it has.
So it's been 2 different ball games.
And all the momentum has been
Fitch.
taken away.
Yeah, the Mo now belongs in the Falcons sideline. And it'll be the Centaurs who have to find a way to kind of change that little Mo. So Richardson will come back behind center with Savoy. Theriak off to his left, a couple receivers to his right, including Saracena in the slot. Quick throw. This was Nagel coming back for it at the 35 up to the 40 and to about the 43-yard line for Brandon Nagel.
I don't know if he got all 10, but he's awfully close.
He's very close, to be honest.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
Did they? 44-yard line, they did.
Yeah.
First down and 10 on the 10-yard pass play. Exactly 10 yards on that pass play.
From their own 44-yard line.
90 yards now in passing for Richardson, and the majority of those, 71, have gone to Nagel. First down and 10, 44-yard line of the Centaurs. Richardson gives the football to Savoy, kind of spinning around in there, and gets hit about 3 or 4 times and finally taken down by Matthews. He and Savoy go at it, and I think Matthews is the one who's going to be flagged.
Yes, he should be.
Yep.
Two-hand push right to the head of Savoy.
Yep, so it's going to be an unsportsmanlike against the Falcons.
It should be.
I think that's what the call is going to be.
We all saw it.
There was a little bit of back and forth, but I think the second man always gets the call.
And Fitch is backing up, so I think they know.
I think they do too. Unsportsmanlike, it would be a 15-yarder. Yep. The personal foul will mark it down to about the 40-yard line and a first down and 10 for the Centaurs.
Yeah, that's exactly what Woodstock needed. Savoy did a great job fighting for extra yards there. And Matthews gave Savoy just a little bit of extra business.
Yeah, a little extra curricular activity that cost them. Savoy only gains a yard on the play, but gains 15, courtesy of the penalty. Down to the 40-yard line of Fitch, 3:57 to go here in the third. Richardson hands off to Savoy again, and that's not going to work too well as they go down. Actually, it was Bunning on the carry. And he will be taken down. Depends where they mark this one. Back at the 41, I should say. Loss of a yard for the junior. Second down and 11 for the Centaurs from the 41-yard line. This is where they have to kind of, you have a situation now which could be key to
you have to
move it downfield and assert yourself
dominance
again. Yeah. Richardson puts Saracena in motion, keeps the football. Quick out, it almost picked off. It was incomplete, looking for Morissette. And coming across that was Raheem Carter.
And
he
that
broke
was
it up.
That was the motion to have Saracena go into a handoff, a pitch, and Fitch got burned by it a couple of times in that first half. But then the slant to Morissette, it was a well-designed play. Fitch was lucky to get a hand on that.
Yeah, Raheem Carter came in, I think, and knocked it away from Morissette. So it's 3rd down and 11 from the 41-yard line. Saracena out to the left, Theriak, and I think McDermott up to the right. Well, actually, it's Morissette again. They throw it out there. It is complete to, I think that was Morissette who caught the football, but maybe got back to the line of scrimmage and now falls forward. Just trying to pick up exactly which that is. I think it was Morissette. No, it was Nagel. Brandon Nagel. There was a lot of receivers over there.
Yep.
I'll put it to you that way. There was a choice.
4th and 11.
11, yeah, it was about the same place. They did not give him forward progress. So 4th and 11, right at the 41, even though it's a completed pass, didn't get you anything.
Big play.
Yeah. 2:36 left to go in the 3rd.
Empty backfield.
Richardson, the only man back there, goes back to throw, looks left, looks right, tosses downfield. He's got a man on the sideline fighting for the football. Was Raheem Carter with Theriak. A flag comes in late.
Well, they had Theriak tied up the whole way down the sideline.
It should be a pass interference
it
call.
It was definitely a pass interference.
Which will be a first down in this case. It's 15 yards.
15 yards.
But it's 4th and 11, so a first down it will be if it is indeed pass interference. It is against the Falcons, so it will be a first down.
The Fitch coaches above us do not believe it, but it doesn't matter because they're not wearing stripes.
That is correct. So 2 major penalties, pass interference and unsportsmanlike. 30 yards in total have helped move the Centaurs downfield. This should be about the 26-yard line, first down and 10 for Woodstock Academy.
And if you're wondering, in high school football, it's not at the point of the contact.
And it's also not an automatic first down. Richardson. It's not a personal foul. Back to throw. Richardson looks to the right side, throws it down the right side. Theriak has a catch, and just inside.
He got both feet down at the one.
Right about the one.
He got both feet in.
So a 25-yard pass play down to the 1-yard line.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch by Theriak. Man, that kid comes up with big plays, offensively, defensively.
So a catch at the 1. First and goal for the Centaurs.
All right, offensive line, it's your time.
Bunning and
it's your
Lizotte.
time.
Bunning and Lizotte. Richardson's right under center. He's just going to go for it. Dives in. Touchdown.
Well, nobody said it
Touchdown.
yet. There it is.
Woodstock Academy.
You had to wind it up, didn't you?
I was winding it up, but I couldn't hold it. They were taking too much time. So the 1 yard is exactly what Fitch did. They just put Bunning behind Richardson to kind of bowl his way through. Lizotte helped as well.
I believe that Theriak catch was inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it might have been. But that's 1 yard line. That's what you got to go by, even though it might have been 1 foot.
Woodstock's calling timeout. They're going for 2 here.
Yep. Because they only lead by 1. So you want to get at least that 3-point bubble to avoid a field goal. Putting, not to say that I don't know how good the kicker is, Cabuso from Fitch, but
they haven't used him today.
No.
So that tells us something.
So the 1 yard run, now we'll see what happens. 1 yard run for Richardson means all of the Centaurs' touchdowns
on the ground
have been on the ground.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
This is a heck of a high school football game.
This is just one of those games that you don't think is over yet.
Right, it's not.
Not with 1:42 to go. So Fitch isn't ready yet.
Evan Roy is on offense.
Yes.
Evan Roy is lined up.
And,
that's not Evan Roy. That's Nate. Oh, no, he is. He's in a slot.
Yeah, he's in the slot. That's Evan Roy. Nagel's over there as well. Saracena and Theriak to the right. Empty backfield. What do you think? Roy running around behind Richardson?
Boy, you got me.
How about Rich? How about them all sliding over to the right side? Now Roy becomes the H-back. Well, remember, it is senior day. Richardson goes back to throw. Richardson looking downfield. Will he run it? He will. Tucks and dives. He gets the 2-point conversion.
Nice job. Smart play by Richardson. Seeing what was there, the pass wasn't there. He kept the ball cocked the entire time, so Fitch had to respect it, and then he uses his legs to get in the end zone.
A minute 42 to play in the third quarter. It's Woodstock Academy 25.
When it comes to financial
22.
planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
.142 left to go here in the third quarter. 25-22. Woodstock Academy leads Fitch. McDermott boots this one long and downfield. Might reach the end zone. No, it's going to be picked up at the 2 by Adonis Fine. He's up to the 10. Gets outside to the maybe. He's not at the 15 yet. Now he's at the 15. Tries to cut it the other way. Gets it up to the 20. Maybe got to maybe the 17. I'll tell you, he went about 45 yards to go about 15 yards.
More laundry on the field.
That should be a block in the back somewhere.
Well, it was a little extracurricular.
Oh, I didn't see down
I don't
there.
know if Fitch got called.
I didn't
or
see
Woodstock.
where it was. Okay, so it's up around the 39-yard line that the laundry lays.
You had 2 Fitch players and 1 Woodstock player pushing each other, and I don't know how it's going to be called.
Dead ball, personal foul against the Falcons.
And this will be halfway
halfway to the goal line, right. So it'll be back around the 9. Ball is marked at the 17. So the unsportsmanlike will back it up.
And this changes things.
Yeah. So it should be back inside the 10-yard line. Down to about the 8. 8.5. First down and 10 from there for the Falcons.
And I give that was number 3 for Woodstock, Watton, who did not fight back even though he was being given the business by 2 Fitch players.
9-yard line, first down and 10, Fitch. Perry hands off, straight ahead goes Saintville. And Saintville got maybe 2 yards to about the 11.
Now, Marcus McGregor, a player that never played football, never even saw a football game until he played in one, just did a great job crashing down on Saintville and tackling the football. He grabbed the football, then he grabbed the man. So Saintville couldn't fight anymore to get any more yards.
Gain of 2, second down and 8 from the 11.
Evan the Bounty comes into the game to play defensive end on that right side.
Fine is over to the left, right side of Perry. Cabuso faked the move. Then it's Perry who rolls it out to the left side. Pitches over to Fine.
Look at Theriak.
But not anything happening over there because Lucas Theriak wasn't going to bite.
No.
He was watching Adonis Fine all the way. And Fine goes out of bounds, I think, at the line of scrimmage.
I think he might have lost some.
Well, let's see
where
the
mark is.
Right at the 11, I think.
But Theriak did a great job coming up strong and making a very sure tackle.
No gain on the play, 11-yard line. It's third down and 8 for the Falcons. And Torres will come back in for the Falcons. He and McCoy kind of not even McCoy, it's Miller who rotates in. With the football, Perry throws it downfield, looking for McCoy, just a little bit long, incomplete. And it'll be a fourth down scenario. Perry's going to have to punt this football away. But first,
that's the end of the quarter.
Yeah, before we do that, we have the end of the third quarter. We played 3. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs lead at 25-22.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Starting the fourth period, fourth and about 8.
4th quarter of play here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. Punting situation for the Falcons. Perry will drop back inside his own goal line to punt this football away. You think the Centaurs are coming on this one?
I do believe.
Perry will not
Got
get it
it.
away. It's blocked by
Marcus
McGregor.
McGregor.
Marcus
That's a touchdown.
McGregor.
He caught it.
Woodstock Academy.
He caught it, Mark.
A blocked punt into the gut of Marcus McGregor.
He caught a punt.
Yes, he did. He did.
Marcus
McGregor.
McGregor.
Unbelievable.
The fairy tale of Marcus McGregor's football career
Continues. And we got a player down. That might be Perry. Nope, it's not. I don't think it's Perry. It might be Adonis Fine, which would be even worse.
No, I could tell by the shoes. It's not Fine.
Oh, no, that's right, because Fine's got the yellow shoes. It is Perry who's down on the ground. So Ben Perry, the quarterback for Fitch. But what a turn of events. A 31-22 lead for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Marcus McGregor took that one right off the shoe.
59
Ben
years that I've been alive, that I've been watching football, I have never seen a punt block catch it off the foot and score.
Well, fall down.
He didn't fall down. He didn't fall down. He kept running.
Yeah, he was right in the end zone anyway.
Yeah.
So it was a great block punt. Let's just put it that way. My gosh.
Perry's down, and he's not doing too well.
No, they're going to check his leg. Because you got to remember, you're putting your full force of your leg, and here comes someone who takes it right off your foot.
Right.
And probably buries your foot into his body as well. So there is probably doesn't feel too good.
And getting hit by Marcus McGregor is not advantageous.
No, it's not fun. There is no question about that. But Marcus McGregor made that happen. Wow. So a 31-22 lead for the Centaurs. And now Henry Watton on to attempt the extra point. And that ball gets away from Theriak, and down he goes. So the extra point doesn't work. Everything else did. 11:55 to go in the game. Centaurs lead by a score of 31.
Luce Center for the Arts at the Woodstock Academy and Performing Arts of Northeast Connecticut proudly present Ocean State Pops Orchestra's 2022 Holiday Pops Concert. Coming to Luce Center for the Arts on December 3rd, we invite you and your whole family to celebrate the holiday season with Rhode Island's finest 60-piece ensemble and special guest openers, the Hill Singers. Bar on site, advanced tickets just $27 on theluce.org or charge by phone at 860-963-6789.
And we're back with you here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. 11:55 to go, and a 31-22 lead for Woodstock Academy.
Well, Perry's up and he's moving, and he just picked up his helmet, so we'll see.
That's a good thing for the Falcons. This is what you call tweeting this out as well. And did we get it done? We got it done. Yay. All right. Multitasking.
You are the king.
McGregor, his blocked punt goes for 0 yards for a touchdown.
Right.
It's in the end zone. That goes with his when one of his first varsity games, he picks off a pass.
His very first
Yeah, his very
game.
first varsity game. Picked off a pass and returned that one on a pick six. This kickoff is going to go out of bounds.
Offside.
Maybe.
Now we got a flag, and if it's offside,
Okay, must
it's
be
dead ball.
offside, yeah. So they'll back it up 5 yards and make it do it all over again, which was actually good because the ball went out of bounds at about the 25, and it would have been Fitch football at the 35 had they chose to take it from there.
Yeah, McDermott can kick the ball long. I'm not sure what that was.
You know what? He may have seen the offside, and he may have just
Pooched it?
Yeah, well, kind of. Like, when your attention is taken away and you see a flag flying, it's probably not going to be good anyway. So he probably kind of held off a little bit.
And with the rule changes that you now you don't get a running start on kickoffs.
No. So McDermott boots this one away. This one's long, and another
Again?
penalty. Was this delay? Delay against the Centaurs. So -5, another 5 yards.
2 penalties on a kickoff?
On a kickoff, yeah. Get an offside and a delay of game. Well, we've seen some things today that we don't see normally, and this is one of them. Couple of penalties on a kickoff, a block punt in the end zone, literally taken off the shoe.
But McDermott put that one long.
Yeah, he did. That one went a long ways. But you remember the wind, it may have helped it too. I call that a little wind-aided, potentially. Because the wind was gusting about that time. So they'll try this all over again. At the 30 this time, they'll boot the football away, and Adonis Fine still stands back at about the 15-yard line. Now they're set to go, I think. So McDermott will kick this one away. And the boot goes downfield. Fine, will let it bounce at the 25. Lets it go by. Does it make it to the end zone? The answer is yes. Thankfully for
He
Adonis
kicks off
Fine.
from the 30
Yeah.
and still gets a touchback.
Yep.
Look at where the kicking tee landed, inside Fitch territory.
Yeah, about the 49.
Right.
It bounced at about the 15,
Yeah.
but it took a huge, big bounce. And it went right over Fine's head, and he was like, okay, well, maybe that'll make it the rest of the way. And fortunately for the Fitch
He's
back,
lucky
it
he
did.
did.
Because otherwise they'd be picking up at about the 10-yard line.
Yep.
So the ball is marked at the 20, first down and 10 for the Falcons. Perry is out there, as is Saintville. Both of them have been kind of beaten up over the course of the day. So Perry looks behind him to Saintville.
From under center?
Yeah?
Nope,
He's in the pistol. Hand off to Fine. Fine around the corner, up to the 25, up to the 30 before he goes out, and a flag comes in from the backside. That might have been
on number 3.
Yeah, it could have been a block in the back. It would be a hold, I think, in the secondary. This is what they held a wrist. It was a hold in the secondary? Okay. Illegal block. Fitch. That's what I was thinking. Usually from that side it's an illegal block, but he did hold the wrist. I was like, is that a hold? No, it is an illegal block.
So it should be about 1st and 10 again.
Yeah, it will be 1st and 10 again. They'll mark it back at the 20, so it's exactly where it was. 1st down and 10 after the 10-yard penalty. So we'll just call it a replay of down. Does that make life a little bit easier? Our next broadcast on Tuesday, the Woodstock Academy Centaurs take on Windsor in a girls soccer contest, Class L, first-round state tournament action. We'll be with you right around 2 o'clock. Perry fakes the pitch, rolls it around to the right, looks downfield, not finding a lot. Quick toss out to Saintville. Got enough for a first down, I think. The safety valve was sitting there. It was Saintville.
Just short.
So they ruled him out before the 30, right about the 29.
Yep.
Gain of 9 on the play for the Falcons.
And Clark came up and gave Perry a good shot right as he threw the ball.
3 catches for Saintville. 31 yards, 3 of the 5 completed passes by Perry. Again, out of that pistol, quick handoff. Here comes Fine around the corner. Will he get the first down? Yes, he does. He goes out of bounds at about the 35.
Watton comes up to make the tackle.
Make it the 37-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 on the play for Fine. Continues to be the play of the day for the Fitch Falcons. And now what do we have, a timeout? Woodstock Academy calls a timeout. We'll take one as well. 11:32 left to play, 9-point lead.
When it comes to
for the
financial
Centaurs.
planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And as we came back to play, that was Saintville carrying the football.
Caught by Trevor Costa and Evan LaBounty. That was nice tackling by Woodstock.
Gain of a couple on the play for Saintville as he went right up into the gut, 39-yard line.
You know, they're getting Skylar Noble ready to head to the hospital to get his shoulder checked out. And we wish that young man all the best.
Nolan, just to be sure. Skylar Nolan.
Skylar Nolan. He did a great job in the beginning of this game.
Yes, he did. 2nd down and 8. 39-yard line for the Falcons, trailing by 9. Still have plenty of time in this game. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left to play.
Counter.
And they do hand off. This is Fine.
LaBounty and Morissette.
And they're not going to let Fine go anywhere out of that. Down at the 39-yard line. So no gain on the play for Fine on that one.
You know, my question is always, are the defensive ends, are the outsides going to stay home and maintain? Because the counter against the double wing, that's where you get hurt. They run you to the right, and they counter back to the left. Are you going to stay home? Woodstock stayed home so far today.
3rd down, about 8. From the 39-yard line for the Falcons. Cabuso in motion. They fake the throw that way. They go down the throw to the left side. Perry in trouble, directing traffic. Roy going out to help. He throws it down into the ground. And Cabuso is incomplete to Cabuso. And then a penalty flag.
Roughing the passer on Clark.
Could be. And that will be the 2nd roughing call. Nope, illegal receiver downfield against the Falcons. If I'm the Centaurs, I'm declining that.
Yep. 4th down and just a little bit short of 9?
Yep.
Yes.
He bounced that one right in front of Cabuso for the incomplete pass. 4th down and 8. Perry now 5 for 12 passing.
And they're going to punt this one.
Perry, well, last time it didn't work very well.
No.
Back at the 25-yard line, getting as much room as he can this time to keep away from big number 67, who's at the defensive end on the left side. In this one, Perry, a low snap. He's going to throw the football downfield, coming back incomplete, looking for T.J. Miller. It did not fool the Centaurs. Brandon Nagel held the defensive coverage on Miller.
They covered every single one of Fitch's as gunners, and they had nowhere to throw that ball.
1st down and 10 for the Centaurs. I think a touchdown here might seal the deal.
Well, I think Woodstock's going to run the ball pretty much the rest of the way here.
I would assume you want to run some clock with 9:49 to go and a 9-point lead.
So you tell your offensive line, make the blocks, no holding, do not stop the clock.
Richardson back in the shotgun. Will hand off to Savoy. Straight ahead, 40, 35, 30, 25. Inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line.
And they tried to push him out of bounds. Savoy was having none of it and went down inbounds. Now the clock stops for the 1st down, but it starts right up again.
Yeah, I don't think he went out, did he?
No, he didn't. He wouldn't.
Marks it at the 23. A gain of 16 on the play for Savoy.
Savoy starts this game with a nice run. And here in the 4th quarter, he's got another one.
55 yards on the ground now for the senior. Enjoying his senior day. Savoy behind Richardson once again. In motion, Saracena. Football, Savoy. And he carries it down to about the 21, a gain of a couple. They'll mark it right at the 21, I do believe. We'll make it the 22. Gain of 1.
Woodstock from the Fitch 22-yard line. 8:51.
So Savoy has 7 carries today. 8 yards per carry. 56 yards on the day. Even I can figure that one out.
That's a good team effort.
Yep. 8:40 left to go. Centaurs bidding for their 4th win in 7 games. 3 more to go after this. Richardson gives the football to Savoy again, and Savoy was hit behind the line back at the 25. Nice job by Calvin McCoy of Fitch to come streaming in from his linebacker spot.
Trevor Costa having a little bit of trouble getting up, but I think you need I would say, wouldn't take a Ford F-150. You'd have to go bigger than that. 350 minimum.
Hummer?
Yeah, that's the only way you can knock him down.
25-yard line, 3rd down and 12 for the Centaurs.
Watch the back judge, the referee in the back. Yep. When he puts his hand up, that's when Richardson will snap the ball. So he wants to use as much clock as he can.
There he goes. Richardson keeps the football in trouble. Matthews and then Saintville as well wrestled Richardson down back around the 26-yard line. Be a loss of a yard if they mark it at the 26, and they do. A little bit of backwards regression for the Centaurs, a loss of 1 for Richardson.
Now the clock has run this whole time.
7:19,
We're down to 7, almost 7 minutes by the time this one snaps.
4th and 13. You're going to go for it, but how much time can you waste?
Yeah, I'm looking for Theriak. Theriak's on the left. Richardson wants to roll that way.
Nagel's on the right. He's been your most productive receiver, believe it or not. And Richardson's going to look to the left, look out to Saracena. Got it at the 20, gets through, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy.
One great move, and Saracena's in the end zone.
A 26-yard touchdown pass to Carter Saracena. That might be Katie by the door.
Yes, sir. And for those of you that don't know, that means this game is pretty much in the bag.
I know. Old reference.
That's an old reference. Because we have old men doing this game.
Okay, I'll agree with that. Carter Saracena, 3 catches, 53 yards on the afternoon. Couple touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 passing. Or receiving.
Apparently Woodstock's going for 2 here.
Nope, Watton's coming out. Yeah.
What do we got? Illegal substitution?
No, I think we got, I'm not sure what. Delay?
There's a flag on the field.
The flag is over here, and the back judge is the one who calls delay. So it's the official who had it. Illegal substitution. That'll back him up 5 yards. I think they just did not get Watton on in time. And another one off in time. So Watton now will have to kick it.
But we've been watching Watton kick this ball all year. And
it's a 26-yard extra point attempt.
This is easy for him.
No, the last time
it didn't work so
if he get a good snap. Didn't work so well last time. Snap is down this time. Watton's boot is up, and Watton's boot is good. 26 yards, who cares? So, 6:49 left. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs lead the Fitch Falcons 38-22.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And welcome back to the Bentley Athletic Complex. 38-22 in favor of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. 6:49 to go in this game with Fitch. McDermott boots it away. Long boot, fine. We'll watch this one bounce out into the end zone. It'll be at the 20-yard line for
That's
the
a
Falcons.
beautiful thing. If you're a defensive coordinator, you absolutely love what Seamus McDermott is doing, not only on your defense, but with the kicking game, putting the ball into the end zone.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Now they have to start, and an 80-yard drive is difficult in the best of circumstances.
I mean, look at stars of the game for this one. I mean, certainly Marcus McGregor, because of what he did with that blocked punt. That was just special. Carter Saracena, both running
absolutely.
and both receiving and running.
That move was beautiful.
Absolutely was. Perry took
and
a low
it's senior
snap.
day.
Perry slings it out and gets it complete to Fine. Back at a gain to maybe a couple.
And Lizot does a nice job taking him out of bounds. And once he's out of bounds, he doesn't slam him to the turf as he could have. He didn't, because he didn't want the extra yardage tacked on.
24-yard line to give him a gain of 4 on that catch. Perry will go this time to the left side and roll it out. Throw it out this time to Cabuso, and Cabuso catches the football.
Tackled by Morissette. 3rd and less than 1.
Nice job by Cabuso. That ball up to the 29-yard line. So we'll make it a 5-yard pass play.
6:18 left to go as Cabuso got out of bounds to stop the clock.
99 yards in passing for Perry, by the way. As the Falcons have to resort to that tactic, down by as much as they are, 16 with time running loose. Matthews is going to get the first down, 30, 35, 40, over the 40, carrying LaPonte and Enlow with him. And the ball goes down at the 43. You got a face mask?
Face mask.
That's what I have. Came in from the back, Judge.
Yep.
The flag did anyway. Ball's at the 43, and it will be a face mask against the Centaurs. And this one will be a 5-yarder again.
I like that. Sometimes your hand just gets up there. If you're a tall player, the player you're tackling is shorter, you touch the face mask, that's 5 yards. You don't bring him to the turf with the mask.
14-yard gain for Matthews on his first carry. Perry throws it downfield long.
Got him.
Looking for Torres, and it was fine. I think it's incomplete. It is incomplete.
Good stick.
Yeah. He had Fine open, but Fine had to slow up to wait for the football to come.
And Carter Morissette came over there and let him have it.
Incomplete pass is all. 48-yard line of Fitch for a 2nd down and 10 scenario for the Falcons with just under 6 minutes to play.
Sean Saucier has brought this team a long way.
He certainly
coached with some great guys, but the thought of beating Fitch was never something that when I was coaching here at football, I couldn't imagine.
Perry throws it out to Saintville. It is complete. Well, I think he had a pretty good feeling for this game. I really do. That he thought that because of the size of Fitch, that maybe the Centaurs could neutralize the quickness a little bit. Yeah, they've been burnt a little bit as well, but not as much as has happened in the past.
Well, this is the most disciplined I've seen the defense play. And yes, they've given up 22 points, but they've stayed home. The counter hasn't burned them. The pitch play was really the only thing that Fitch could do effectively.
And here's Perry rolling it out to the left side this time. Cuts it back inside. Gets out to the 45 to about the 41 and down right at the 41-yard line. So Perry just taking it by himself that time. First down, 7-yard gain.
No quitting the Falcons. This is a proud program.
Perry goes back to throw. Launches incomplete for McCoy.
Nagel and McDermott on the coverage.
So it's 2nd down 10. 41-yard line. 5:23, the most important part of this whole thing.
And Marcus McGregor is going to get a
little bit of a rest.
well-deserved break.
Yeah, well-deserved is a good way of putting it. So Perry.
Jacob Soy, a freshman, is in there.
Back to throw. Launches it downfield. Again, looking to that corner. Saintville has to come back, but it's intercepted by Theriak, indeed. Lucas Theriak picked that one off. This one was a good interception.
I know it's senior day, but Theriak is making a case for why he should be up here after the game,
he's done some nice things.
Yes, he has.
Big catch, couple of interceptions. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Centaurs on their own 20.
2 interceptions and a catch inside the one.
Correct.
Yeah. And he's played great defense.
Oh, there's no question. So first and 10 for the Centaurs at their own 20-yard line. You wanted a steady diet of rushing? Here it comes. So it will be first down and 10 for the Navy blue and gold. Richardson back at quarterback. McCoy threatens to come in. Instead, they give it to Savoy. Savoy got back to the line of scrimmage a little bit more, but not much. So maybe a yard.
Timeout, Fitch.
No, they're going to use it as money as they got. The ball's at the 21-yard line. Well, maybe the 22. Maybe the 22. We'll give them a gain of 2. Up to the 22-yard line of Woodstock Academy. So Savoy now has 9 carries for 55 yards.
And I got to tell you, Mark, Fitch comes out with the opening kickoff in the second half, marches down the field and scores to go up. Woodstock could have folded right there.
Yeah.
But Sean Saucier's team, these seniors, they said, nope, that's not going to happen. And they march down, take the lead. Defense holds. They get a blocked punt for a touchdown. And here we are at 38-22.
38-22.
It was 22-20.
No, it was 22-17. Then it was 25-22.
Yep.
The Centaurs took the lead at that point, scored a couple of touchdowns since. By the way, if indeed we do, we will let you know that there's a potential in about 5 minutes our cameras will close out the day. If they do, it will still stay with you for a couple of minutes, at least to the finish of this game, with the play-by-play. You just won't have a picture. We do apologize for that. But we did want to get the complete senior day activities in as well. Richardson running down the sideline. There is laundry on the field, and I think this one's going to come back. Richardson was up to the 39. It's going to come all the way back. There's a flag at the 19.
Holding,
yep.
Woodstock.
There was no question.
If you want to know how Richardson got open down the sideline,
well, there it is.
That's how.
I saw the flag come out and I'm not going to wind this one up because I know what's happening there. So it will be a holding call back at the 19, which will back it up.
And Richardson, probably his longest run of the year, is coming back.
Yep. So it will be second down still.
About 18.
Yeah, it'll be a distance deep in your own territory. Back around the 10-yard line.
Run the ball twice and punt it.
Back at the 10. Where they'll mark it. So it's a loss of 12 technically on the hold. Second down and 22 at the 10-yard line. They got to get up to about the 32-yard line, just shy of that. Second down and a short 22. How does that sound? Richardson. And they give the football to Savoy. Straight ahead. Not a lot there, a couple of yards.
Look at him. He won't give up.
Oh, still fighting.
The senior won't quit.
But they give him only maybe a yard more to the 13.
But the important thing.
Tick, 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 tick,
well,
tick, tick.
Fitch, I believe they called a timeout.
Did they really? Not going to be willing to give it up yet. So the Falcons call another timeout.
Did Woodstock call two timeouts this half?
Because
on the board it shows
says,
they only have one.
They only have one timeout left. Well, let me think that one out. Didn't they call one
they
right
called
after
one
for an extra point?
And an extra point.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I remember.
I'm trying to think the other one. But you're right. They say one timeout left for the Centaurs, 2, now 1 for Fitch. I was going to say that's not right either because I had called the timeout earlier. So the ball is going to be marked right at the 13-yard line, it looks like.
Run it again.
Yeah.
Keep the ball.
It's third down and about 19 yards for the Centaurs. And we still have 4:23 left to go in the game. Not been a short game, that's for sure.
No.
There's been enough passing and everything else.
And today's my grandson's 4th birthday, so I'll be headed out of here and headed to
there you go.
Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, my gosh. That's a little bit of a ride.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a ride. So if we can keep it quick at the end of this game.
You're going to take in a show at the same time out in Mansfield? Don't they have the big shell out there or
Yes,
something?
they do.
Here's Richardson with the football. Inside handoff. Goes to Carter Saracena. He's at the 20 to the 25. And then he kind of gets turned around and he goes out of bounds.
Unfortunate.
Shy of a first down.
Missed it by about 2 yards.
Yeah. Makes it more of an interesting call, but I think you got to punt it away at the 29-yard line. It was a gain of 16 on the carry.
Richardson wants to go for it.
Yeah, I kind of figured there'd be some people saying, let's go.
And they
4th
are.
down and 1.5. Okay, I guess. 4:14. We'll have to go in the game. You better get it.
I think they're just trying to draw him.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And a timeout.
I didn't think they were going to seriously do that. Because that's one of those plays that can come back and bite you.
Oh, yes, it can.
I mean, that's one of those. I understand the coaching philosophy, but I also say, I don't know about that.
Right. And I understand that Coach Saucier likes to take risks, but that was a calculated one.
Indeed. And from what I am seeing, and indeed you might see just a stopped screen on your screen, but we will continue to do the play-by-play and finish up this game. So you can hear us, but you may not be able to see a lot of the game. It's just going to be, we'll finish up for you on a play-by-play, almost like doing radio there, Mr. Smith.
Okay.
So we're doing radio here at this game.
I've been told I have a face for radio.
Well, so do I, so it kind of works in our favor in this case. Why do you think you never see our face except
That's
on
it.
the opening
That is
portion
it.
of it all? So from that point of view, it's 4th down and 1 at the 29-yard line.
And I see number 9 coming on the field. So
yep,
here
Lisa
comes
is
the
going to
punt.
come on to punt. Well, that's the smart move in my book. So Lizot to boot it away, standing back at his own 18-yard line. And the punt by Lizot, booted away. Will bounce at about the 47, takes a Fitch bounce and goes out of bounds at about the 48 or 49. And they're going to say right at the 47. 46, actually, is where they have it on the other side.
Yep.
We'll see where they mark it on this side.
4 minutes and 7 seconds left in this game.
So it will be right at the 47-yard line for the Falcons.
1st and 10 for Fitch from the Fitch 47-yard line.
1st down and 10 for Fitch.
And you still have your first stringers in there for Woodstock. They're not going to concede anything with 4:07 left.
Ben Perry, you still have your Fitch Falcons starters with the exception of Matthews, who's in the backfield now instead of Saintville. Back to throw is Perry, looking to this left side. Cabuso is out there along with Morissette. They're going to get pass interference on Morissette.
And he did.
Yep.
As soon as you see the player you're guarding look back for the ball, you have to look back for the ball.
Yep. And he did not. He
And
was
that will
facing,
keep
face
you-
guarding a little bit.
That will keep you from getting a pass interference. Or as my
15-yard
daughter
call.
liked to call it, past interference.
Oh, past interference?
Yep.
Okay. So the ball will be 15 yards up, and it'll be a 1st down for the Falcons inside the 40 of Woodstock Academy. Down to the 38-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Falcons. You know, the thing is, if you could score here, and you score within a reasonable amount of time, it's a one-score game.
Yep.
But you'd have to get the football back.
And you have to score the 2-point
Yeah, and you got to get the
conversion.
2-point conversion. So there's a lot of, and you got to get another 2-point conversion. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts here. Perry looks to throw, launches it downfield just threw it up there looking for Saintville, and Saintville was out of bounds.
And Saracena did exactly the right thing, just stayed in front of his receiver and slowed down.
So it will be 2nd down and 10.
And if you're seeing the haze, that's a cookout.
Well, you won't be seeing haze because the picture is ended. So we're just doing play-by-play on radio, but it is a cookout. And the haze is, and why my voice sometimes goes a little on the wrong side, that haze has a smell and some smoke with it.
Oh, it's amazing.
I mean, it's a great smell.
I'm ready.
But it's in my throat, which is not a good place for it to be.
I had a delicious hot dog to start the game.
There you go. 3:52 left here in this game. Back to throw is Perry. That screen setup is good to Matthews. But Matthews, what an open field tackle. He kept his feet. No, he was down. Nice job by Seamus McDermott to take Matthews down before he could get a head of steam going. First time we saw a screen from Fitch.
And then Arsenault has a little trouble getting. No,
No,
it's not
that's
Arsenault.
Brown, Kenny Brown, yep. So the ball will be marked at about the 37, 36.
Excellent defense by McDermott there.
Gain of 2 on that pass play. Could have been a lot more, to be honest. Gain of 2 is all they can get out of it.
Speaking of multitasking, our assistant head of school, Holly Singleton, is picking up trash below
There you
us.
go. Perry rolls out to the right, tucks, and kind of took off again. He was looking downfield, gets pushed out of bounds. So gained a couple on that one, maybe a little bit more than a couple. See exactly where they mark Ben Perry. They started on the 36. They got it down to the 30. Nope, a couple. So I was right the first time around.
Perry got absolutely jacked on that far sideline.
Perry now 9 carries for 25 yards. And it's 4th down for the Falcons. 4th down at about 6 from the 34. Matthews behind Perry. Perry back to throw. Perry looks, tosses that screen again. Matthews dropped the football. Had a chance. He was in the open field when he heard some feet coming, and he also had to turn to get the football, and the combination didn't work well. So it will be 1st down for the Centaurs.
With 3:23 left in the game.
From the Woodstock 34-yard line, 3:23 remaining.
And you'll be happy to know, Mr. Smith, that we will not do a post game because obviously we do not have a photo or a picture here.
Very good.
So we'll wrap things up pretty quickly thereafter.
What a great team game.
It has been. Everybody's done a little bit of something.
Right.
I mean, you could say some have done more than others. Certainly Saracena, 53 yards rushing with a touchdown, and also 53 yards in pass receptions. That's pretty neat.
But you bring this defense in, and everybody on the defense contributed.
Theriak did, McDermott did, Evan Roy did,
and
Marcus McGregor did. Handoff to Savoy. Carried it up to about the 36.
And number 44.
And, of course, right now the only thing they really care about is how much clock is running.
Right.
Torella Hudson.
Mark it right at the 37. Give them a gain of 3.
I think Fitch is ready to go home to Groton.
Yeah, I think so.
For Woodstock.
They're going to see their record fall to 4-4. The Centaurs going to go up to 4-3. 4-4. They've had a series of up and downs. Played well against. They beat Guilford. So that was a good win for them.
Right.
Of course, the Centaurs lost to Guilford. They've beaten New London, beaten NFA, which the Centaurs have next. Here's a rush out there by Trevor Savoy, who carries it over midfield for a 1st down in Falcon territory at the 44-yard line.
Tried to stay in bounds, but didn't. Stop the clock with 2:27 left in the game.
Gain on the play of 19 yards for Mr. Savoy. He's had a good day.
Yeah, happy senior day to all the seniors.
76 yards for Mr. Savoy. By the way, the Falcons beating NFA 44-32 negated a little bit by the fact that yesterday NFA beat East Lyme.
Wow.
And East Lyme beat Woodstock.
Yeah, there's no associative property
not
in
anymore.
high school athletics.
I'm totally lost as to who is really the dominant team. And Ledger just beat Wyndham. So, you figure it out.
Right. And Wyndham beat Killingly.
So, and Killingly beat NFL. I don't know. Saracena with the football dives to the ground. Gained about a yard.
Carter
maybe.
Saracena, so smart.
Yep.
Just dropped, stayed in bounds, keeps the clock moving. 1:35 left in the game. Woodstock can now go to victory formation.
Should be able to, with 1:29 to go. Do they have their second down? So they have about 8 to go, but they should be able to go to victory formation. You're right, because it'll be third. Yep, be very close. But they won't do victory formation quite yet. Richardson in the shotgun.
Snap it.
Well, they're kind of waiting as long as they can, believe me. Richardson takes off to the left side. Stay in bounds, son. Will he? Yes, he does. Dives forward to about the 35. Close to a first down, to be honest. And if it is, then they can definitely go to victory formation.
Nope. Third and less than 1.
Mark it right at 35. It'll be a gain of 7 for the Woodstock Academy quarterback.
35 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
There's nothing more satisfying than victory formation.
And that's where they're going to. Victory formation. Big plays in this one. Well, probably none bigger than the Teddy Richardson to Luke Theriak 25-yard pass play, because that put it at the 1-yard line. Richardson bolted in with 1:42 to go in the third quarter.
Huge win.
Made it 25-22. Then Marcus McGregor's blocked punt in the end zone kind of wrapped it up. And indeed, the final score is 38-22 in favor of Woodstock Academy over the Fitch Falcons. And the Centaurs go to 4-3 on the season, while the Falcons fall to 4-4. The Centaurs on the road for the next couple of weeks as they travel to NFA next week and then Enfield on Wednesday. And, of course, Thanksgiving Day will be back with the Centaurs with a live broadcast. Final stats for you here from Woodstock Academy. Leading rusher Trevor Savoy, 12 carries, 76 yards. 6 carries for Carter Saracena, 55 yards, 21 yards on the ground for Teddy Richardson. Teddy Richardson throwing 9 for 19, 141 yards, 71 of those to Brandon Nagel, 53 to Carter Saracena, and 43 to Lucas Theriak. And Saracena also threw for 26 yards, I should say, by the way. It's a pretty complete day
well-rounded
for the
day
senior.
for the Woodstock Academy senior class.
And Marcus McGregor, of course, that blocked punt, that's going to be memorable for a while.
Yes, sir.
So the Woodstock Academy Centaurs prevail here 38-22. We'd like to say, of course, we'll be back with you, looks like on Tuesday afternoon, right around 2 o'clock, as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs girls soccer team takes on Windsor Class L first round state tournament action. We'll be with you right around 2 o'clock here from the Bentley Athletic Complex. Apologize for the picture going down for the last 10 minutes. Only can do what you can do, as the saying goes, as much as technology allows. For Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score, Woodstock Academy 38, Fitch 22. We'll see you for soccer on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
You have been listening to Woodstock Academy Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by Girardi Insurance Services, the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, with production support provided by O'Conchambar Productions, LLC. Remember, today's broadcast is available to be seen on woodstockacademy.org/athletics/live. This has been a production of the Woodstock Academy.